All right. All right. Live. Doing the thing. This is the smooth music. We are live right now. Yes, we are. We're live. We are live. Boo. How's it going? I ain't live? Well, that's sad. Because you just answered a question I asked on the live stream. So if that were true, you wouldn't be able to answer it. Oh, that's right. Caught you in a logic loop. Get wrecked. I've seen the Phoenix Wright Let's Play once upon a time. Dun, 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 dun. Yo, I like this song. This song's really nice. I like starting here because of that. I heard Arc V was a pretty good Yu-Gi-Oh series, so does not surprise me. I have so many games in my library, I don't remember what's left in my library. So the dub is good too? It's pretty good. Alright, we have the live stream running. People will be like, oh, what are you going to play after this? Because tonight, I think tonight we'll be able to finish. I'm looking forward to it, in fact. That should be good. Get my my Nightbot up because it is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Monday Night Livestream. I'm your host, animefanrk2k, and we are going to be playing more of the Labyrinth of Grisaia. Tonight's goal is actually my goal is to actually finish it. So hopefully we will finish the Labyrinth of Grisaia tonight. All right, so kick back, relax. Let's do it, right? Let's go. Anyway, given the way we met, I've always had a hard time talking respectfully to Chizuru. It'd be a pain to try and change that now, so I'm still not as polite as I should be.
そんな目に遭っておきながら、千鶴さんもよくあなたみたいな男を自分の学園に入学させようと思ったわよね。
And he is the one that saved her life, so you know. Well, she had her pride as a grown-up, I guess. Said she wanted to repay us for saving her life. The woman's got some clout in academic circles, so she managed to help Danny's sister get into a Japanese university as a foreign student. But there wasn't really anything I wanted, so I tried to decline. Chizuru was damn stubborn about it, though. Told me to say anything at all. 10 out of 10 would marry every time. At the time, I never really got to experience an ordinary school life. So just on a whim, I told her I'd like to try being a normal student at a normal school. That's how I ended up where I am today.
それでも、朝子が生きていれば、あなたも美浜に行こうだなんて思わなかったんじゃない？
Well, probably not. After completing my training examinations at Narashino, received a stamp of approval to graduate from trainee to agent, officially inheriting Asuko's ID number. In no time at all, my workload increased dramatically. I imagine it had something to do with that 2,000-meter shot I landed in Vancouver, just after returning from America obtaining auxiliary status. But as a full-fledged agent, I found myself in demand both domestically and abroad. It might be an exaggeration to say I was doing the work of 10 men, but my employer definitely kept me hopping from one job to the next. And they generally deployed me to support teams in sore need of assistance. Suppose it's only natural, but the team in question tended to greet me with words like "thank you for coming" or "we're expecting a lot out of you." Till this point, I hadn't experienced much in the way of trust from strangers. So these enthusiastic welcomes weighed pretty damn heavily on my shoulders. I often pushed myself harder than necessary to avoid letting them down. Taking Asuko's place, I traveled all around the world as 9029, consistently producing results 50% beyond the expectations of my client in any given situation. After a while, I began to realize that trying any harder wasn't necessary, since overly positive evaluations only made life more difficult in the long run. Around the same time, I started gaining some actual confidence in myself and my ability to succeed in this line of work. One day, I even found myself mouthing off a bit in front of my master. You know, I think I might be a match for you by now, Asuko. To me, Kusakabe Asuko wasn't just a master to follow. She was a mother worthy of devotion and a father who I wanted to surpass. It'd just be Yuuji Snake because his proteges would have to be solid or liquid or whatever. Tell you, Makina Solid Snake. Every time I pulled off a difficult shot in the field, I jubilantly shouted, "How do you like that?" in my mind. Those words were always directed at Asuko. Silently, I'd call out to her in celebration. "Just watch me. See how much your student's grown?" Of course, I also tried to act totally nonchalant around my teammates, so none of this was any big challenge for Kusakabe Asuko's apprentice. At the time, it made me feel pretty good about myself. Up until this point, worked my ass off over and over again to produce superb results, hoping to bolster Asuko's reputation by improving my effectiveness as a tool. Felt like I earned a few words of praise by now. And yet...
"Nani kono yaro? Choushi koki yagatte. Chito omote deru teme."
And she beat the shit out of him, right? Asuko growled at me angrily, crushed an empty beer can in her hand, and grabbed a rifle and rose to her feet. By this point, her right eye was almost entirely useless. I was handling virtually all of the work, while she enjoyed a retirement mainly occupied by drinking, eating, and sleeping. When you go 3 days without firing a rifle, it takes a week to get the feel for it again. I hadn't seen Asuko take a single shot in the last 6 months. I didn't think there was any chance she could beat me, and I honestly didn't want her to fire a gun ever again. I'd taken care of those jobs for her from now on. I wanted the rest of her life to be peaceful.
し、そこまで言うなら相手になってやる。勝負だ。
She's drunk too, on top of that? Sure about this? You're obviously drunk.
酔ってる時にだって敵は来るさ。この程度で撃てなくなるやつが生き残ってるわけねえだろ。
Also, she can't use her right eye? Can't use her right eye anymore, can you? Yeah, exactly.
右が見えなきゃ左で見るだけのことだ。 お前みたいな尻に殻くっつけたひよこ野郎相手にゃちょうどいいハンデだ。
Oh, she's also winking with the left. Now you're just being ridiculous. The nature of our duel was simple. Asuka would drop an empty beer can into the nearby river and we let it float for 10 minutes. After that, the first person to land a shot on it would be the winner. The rules were easy enough, but the game itself was genuinely challenging. For 10 minutes floating downstream, the can would travel far enough to be invisible to the naked eye. This particular river followed a complicated path through the woods, so our target would actually disappear from view in less than a minute. The terrain was such that you couldn't hope to catch up by sprinting after it. Asuka and I both knew the layout of this mountain intimately. It would come down to us lying in wait, trying to land the first hit by aiming at a point where the can was likely to float past. 10 minutes later, I was running through the woods carrying my favorite rifle. Back when my pet dog was alive, I run through this mountain every morning. It's basically my backyard. I knew plenty of landmarks in these woods, Asuka didn't. And of course, she'd basically retired from active duty. I was confident that I'd win. Asuka clearly wanted to make me eat my words, but I wasn't about to just let her. I had my pride as a full-fledged agent. Today, I was going to turn the tables and show my master a thing or two. In the first place, I was a little angry at Asuka for underestimating me so badly. Did she really think I was going to have trouble sniping a floating can? I'd actually given myself this exact challenge a number of times back in the day, on my daily walks with John. From experience, I identified a number of ideal locations for sniping. Soon enough, I was lying prone at one of these points, the edge of a cliff, looking down on a part of the river where it grew deeper and slower. The distance was about 800 meters. Peering into my scope, I studied the area through the lines of my reticle. Swaying tree tops showed me the wind. Heaving water showed me the river's flow. Mentally calculating the time it would take a bullet to reach my target, set my sights on the point where I expected the can to appear. Alright, I got this. Couldn't resist a silent chuckle. I already convinced myself this was the day I finally surpassed Asuka. All I had to do was wait for the can to float into view. In my experience, I usually have about 11 seconds to fire after spotting the target from here. A bit less if rain had fallen the day before. Just as I was bracing myself, expecting a can to enter my field of vision at any moment, I heard that sound. What? It was unmistakably a rifle shot. Specifically, the familiar sound of Asuka's M40A1. Where did that come from? As the thought was flashing through my mind, I saw something unbelievable through my scope. An empty beer can floating peacefully into view, different to my panic, and then burst silently apart. I hadn't even gotten the chance to pull the trigger. All I could do was lie there and watch the broken can sink beneath the water's surface. Jumping hurriedly to my feet, I turned to look up at the mountain behind me. The cabin was about halfway up the mountain, another 400 meters or so above it was a small clearing. It was the place where Asuka had made a grave for John. From all the way up there, it was an impossible shot to be sure. The firing distance would increase to 1400 meters, but the higher elevation gave you a longer window to fire. I carelessly assumed Asuka wouldn't try something like that without the use of her right eye, and it cost me. Pointing my rifle toward the spot where Asuka was likely positioned, looked into the scope. Sure enough, she was standing there, her white teeth gleaming in the sun. Damn it, she's laughing at me. For some reason, I found that utterly frustrating. I never really gotten the chance to go through a rebellious phase with my actual parents, so at the time I didn't recognize this feeling for what it was. I responded to Asuka's condescending smirk by raising my right hand and thrusting my index finger up into the air. One more round. Message evidently got across. Within my scope, I saw Asuka give an empathetic nod, hold her arms in a circle, and proceed to repeat the same challenge. The second time around, I was holding my breath to fire when a bullet zipped across my field of vision. Startled, I reflexively looked around the area, and Asuka took the opportunity to line up a shot on the can. There wasn't any rule about not interfering with the opposing sniper. In fact, trying to locate and disrupt your opponent is just a common-sense method of defense on the battlefield. In the third round, Asuka shot a branch off an overhanging tree just as I was preparing to fire, shifting the course of the can. I hurriedly adjusted my scope, but she claimed the target a few seconds before I could. There wasn't any rule against modifying the target's path either. In the end, I challenged Asuka 3 times and suffered 3 clear defeats. There wasn't much to do except moan. You look down your scope and you see Asuka.jpg? Yeah. That's basically what happened. Ugh.
うふじゃねえんだバーカ。ちっと実践経験したぐらいで のぼせ上がってんじゃねえよ。お前なんざまだまだど下手くそだってこれで分かったか。
In a precision sniping contest held under fair and equal conditions, I was confident Asuko wouldn't have beaten me. However, the battlefield was a stage where I put my skills to work. You couldn't expect a fair duel there. Real combat was all about disrupting and deceiving your opponent.
いいかユージ、勝って兜の尾を締めよってな、よく聞くことわざだが、こいつはまさに真理だ。
Asuko's still teaching him, that's what it is. It's actually really cool.
やれる。今日の俺は絶好調だ。そんな風に思っている時に限ってくだらないミスをする。一度ミスをすれば生きては帰れない。次はないんだ。だからこそ勝った時は考えるんだよ。なぜ今日は勝てたのか、どうすればもっと上手に勝てたのか。それが努力と工夫ってやつだ。
Yeah, Asuko's definitely like the one who trained Yuuji to be even better and better as time passes, right?
今日私がやってみせたことは、私が現場で何度も試し、何度も改良を重ねて成功し続けてきた技の一部で、いわゆる得意技というやつだ。
Oh, this is her actual skills.
これは極論になっちまうし、変な癖をつけちまわないようにあえてお前には教えなかったが、狙撃ってやつは突き詰めた話、得意技を持っているやつが生き残る。たとえどんな悪条件にあっても当てるのが当たり前。その当たり前の中でもより得意で確実な条件に持ち込む。いや、引きずり込むって方が正しいが、不利な条件の中、わずかでも得意な条件を作り出すところから狙撃ってのは始まってる。
I mean, yeah, that's literally what Yuuji did too. In the Vancouver shot, the 2,000 meter one, he literally got the most ideal conditions. He got a better gun for it. He knew exactly like what the layout should look like.
勝っている時こそ、乗っている時こそ、勝つための努力を怠るな。
Because if you lose once, it's over, right? Yeah. That's good advice, Asuko. Good advice.
これからの人生、お前が見て、聞いて、感じるものすべてが、お前が勝つヒントになる。
The ramblings of a drunkard that sounded surprisingly profound.
お前な、今のお前なら理解できると思って、私は恥ずかしいのを我慢してマジ説教してやってるのに、その態度はなんだ？
Yuuji's in his rebellious phase right now, right? I know. I'm embarrassed too, by my own arrogance. Thanks, Asuko. You made it very clear that I still have a long way to go.
下を見て安心するな。上を見て悩みながら生きろ。いつまでいてやれるかはわからんが、私がお前の目標でいてやるよ。
Oh, to surpass this, to surpass the insurmountable, right? You're too cool, Asuko. I'm falling for you all over again. I was very lucky to have a goal ahead of me on the path I'd chosen to follow. I climbed my way up a flight of stairs, growing with every step. By the time I reached the landing, my goal had moved even higher up the staircase. Seemed like I'd never be able to reach it, and that meant I could chase it forever. As long as I had Asuko, I could keep going. Do the impossible, see the invisible. Row, beat the Asuko. Good luck with that though, Yuuji. On that day, my ego received a much-needed reality check, and I realized once again exactly how huge a presence Asuko was in my life. The defeat also made one other thing painfully clear. I didn't know how to flexibly adapt to unexpected circumstances in the field. No matter how many tricks or techniques I learned, they weren't going to do much good unless I could combine and apply them as the situation required. Oh, so Yuuji becomes more resourceful now, huh? In other words, my fundamental lack of experience had come back to bite me yet again. It was the inescapable conclusion. Ever since I started living with Asuko, my inexperience had caused me all sorts of problems. But after following her example and joining the military, I thought I'd close the gap in our practical knowledge. Of course, my crushing defeat proved otherwise. I was left more than a little ashamed by my previous arrogance. After that day, I asked JB to keep me working constantly. Up until then, she'd been picking out the jobs only I could handle, limiting the scope of my assignments. made things simpler, but given my unusual background and numerous weaknesses. But at the end of the day, that meant I was avoiding any real challenges, sabotaging my own potential for growth. The words of Kusakabe Asuko. So is Asuko a mommy or a waifu? God. She is Yuuji's god.
ガキはガキらしく元気に生きろ。経験もなければ想像力もないガキには元気しかない。元気でなければ若者である意味もない。
And
金やら時間やら体力やら、そんな無駄を怖がるのはジジイになってからでも十分だ。
In other words, experiences or hardships that might seem pointless when you're young can actually go a long way towards determining your breadth as a person 10 years down the line. It wasn't so different from what Kazuki used to say, live your life imagining the person you'll be 10 years from now. They're both his gods. I nodded and agreed with Asuko's words, but it'd probably be another decade before I really understood them. In any case, after that day, I asked JB to assign me any job I could possibly handle, as opposed to the jobs only I can do. Told her I'd do anything, even dog walking or babysitting. She took this a bit more literally than I expected. Of course, my babysitting stint wasn't exactly your typical part-time job. The leaders of a Colombian drug smuggling organization were exposed. His accountant was arrested and offered a plea bargain in exchange for testimony. And he accepted on the condition that his family's safety would be guaranteed. Yeah, you know, that's about right for Yuuji. What's more, the man insisted he didn't want to worry his wife, 36, and child, 9. They couldn't be placed in protective custody and had to be guarded without their knowledge. Given the circumstances, 8 agents were selected to monitor and protect the family in the current home. As part of that team, I infiltrated the accountant's home in the role of a new employee at the company where he worked. I was tasked mainly with looking after his young daughter. Took my place as a bodyguard easily enough, but the girl in question turned out to be a shockingly nasty little brat. Basically, the kid was just full of herself. She demanded preferential treatment from everyone at all times. She fully expected that anything she wanted would instantly become hers. The worst part was, she didn't even realize how selfish she was being. Her only child status probably had something to do with that. Yeah, sometimes kids can be selfish, but, it's because they don't see the full picture sometimes of the world. Then there are adults who are selfish, and, it's the same thing. I'd have preferred to lock her up in her room, but unfortunately that wasn't really an option. All too often I found myself accompanying the little lady on her shopping expeditions as a bag boy of sorts. The instant we entered one of her favorite stores, the 9-year-old princess would point her finger at one item after another, demanding this one and this one until I was about ready to snap. It can't be a baby Sakaki because Yuuji and Sakaki are the same age, I think. Oh no, Sakaki's 1 year older. And she wasn't spoiled as a kid. At all. So, there you go. As the trip wore on, I was trudging along behind her carrying countless bags, almost wishing for some kind of trouble to arise so I'd have an excuse to throw it all aside. The little lady abruptly stopped, turned around, and said, "You there, my bootlaces seem to have come undone." She didn't even bother to add, "Oh, would you please?" Of course, from this little lady's point of view, it's only natural that it'd help. It just wasn't clear how exactly she expected me to do that, given that both my hands were full. I stood there trying to decide how to proceed. She shrugged theatrically and said, "You Japanese really aren't very considerate, are you?" It'd be funny if this girl played like an important role later on, right? That was the last straw. Not long after, I found myself whining to JB over the phone. Had it up to here. I used up the last of my patience, resisting the urge to shout, "Tie your own damn shoes, you brat." Can't take this anymore. I'm begging you, put someone else in for me.
なーに？もうギブアップなの？何でもいいから仕事くれって言い出したのはあなたよ。それに女の子は得意でしょ？
Wrecked. She's a child, not a woman. More importantly, I'm allergic to people who decide they're special and don't even try to put themselves in anyone else's shoes.
世の中なんてそういう人間ばっかりよ。何のための経験なの？朝子の言葉を思い出しなさい。忍耐、努力、工夫。この3つで乗り切れない問題なんてめったにないわ。
You know, I can see Asuko saying that, but sarcastically. Ugh. Yeah. But I'm seriously at my wit's end here. I just don't know how to deal with children.
あなたを引き取った直後の朝子も同じようなことで悩んでよく私に電話してきたわ。あなたが朝子にしてもらって嬉しかったことをその子にもしてあげればいいのよ。
Alright, we're gonna go training. You're telling me to strip her naked and wash her in the bath?
電話じゃなかったら殴ってるわよ。そういう冗談はやめなさい。
Wait, I think I get it.
何よ。
I don't know how to deal with her because I'm thinking of her as a child. All I have to do is pretend she's a slightly undersized lady, right? She already bought herself clothes and a bag, so the next step would be a sappy movie, then a meal at a nice Italian place. Started to get the picture. When she starts tearing up during the cheesy romance novel, glance over and ask, "Are you crying?" She'll deny it indignantly. Pretty cute. When you get to the restaurant, tease her for being a sloppy eater. Wipe her cheek with your napkin. Then add something like, "But I guess that's a part of your charm." Watch her face go red. Cute, right? Yuuji learns to become a womanizer even better! The episode. Once you've gotten through a few after-dinner drinks, she'll inevitably start complaining about her job. Listen quietly. Even if you disagree, don't say so. Just nod, make sympathetic noises every once in a while. Wait for her to state the conclusion she's already reached well in advance. Once it finally comes out, along with a deep sigh, offer a bit of gentle advice. All you need to do is give her a little hint. Maybe you could approach it this way instead. For that, her stubbornness will melt right away, leaving her surprisingly sweet and grateful. See? She really is cute. In other words, it's the same as with you.
何がよ。なんか勝手に一人で納得しないでよ。
Yuuji becomes a lolicon? Uh-oh. Sorry, I think I figured out how to approach this. That's all. Thanks, Yulia. You're always there for me when I need you. I really am grateful.
なんか、まあいいけど。
JB's still not used to handle Yuuji yet, that's why. Mind if I call you up again if I run into any more trouble?
いいわよ。そのための担当官なんだから。
Ah, okay. When I finish up this job, I'll bring a souvenir back to Japan for you. Talk to you later.
気をつけてね。幸運を。
It's always sunny, Mihama? That's basically what the leisure was, right? And it was pretty bad. It had a good, had a like a sappy ending-ish type of thing, but let's be honest, it was pretty bad. Especially compared to the rest of the fruit. Even loudmouthed, shaggy-headed women can be sweet and adorable if you adjust your attitude appropriately. I already mastered that particular skill. Oops. I pressed the space button instead of the enter button, which hides the dialogue box. Thinking of the girl I was protecting as a mini JB made the whole problem seem almost trivially easy. It was as simple as changing my own mindset. Wow! Oh, poor JB. Of course, a romance movie wouldn't be appropriate for a 9-year-old. Buying her dinner, getting her a bit tipsy, and listening to her complain about school wasn't exactly a possibility either. Instead, I could just follow Asuko's example and take the little lady to the nearest zoo. Afterwards, we could stop to eat at one of the nicer kid-friendly restaurants in town. At that point, a casual question like, "Is school fun?" should get her to open up a bit. My side of the conversation, of course, would be nothing but the occasional "I see," "That's amazing," or "It's not your fault." Oh no! It's the dialogue tree! It's the dialogue tree that almost got him to wear that fanny pack. Irusumakina played by Danny DeVito? Not everybody played by Danny DeVito. At the very end, I just act sympathetic and give some vague advice like, "Why don't you start by trying to resolve their misunderstandings?" This would definitely work on JB, but will that apply for the mini JB subspecies as well? Combining tricks as the situation dictates, you find your way to the correct answer. Sometimes you force your way there. When you're at a disadvantage, you flip it into an advantage. It's probably what it means to be flexible. Knowledge and experience you gain in one field can often be applied creatively in many others. Something tells me that, that's because all zoos look the same in this visual novel, okay? They're totally all different zoos. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway. When you view something you're bad at through the lens of something you're good at, even problems that seemed impossible sometimes melt away easily. I'd almost given up on life entirely once. Now I was starting to think I might be getting the hang of it. Before I could really savor that feeling, a certain phone call arrived. JB, huh? Hey JB, nice timing. Do you want a penguin or a polar bear for your souvenir?
そんなこと言ってる場合じゃないわよ。急いで日本に戻ってきて、できるだけ早く。
Uh-oh. What happened?
朝子が倒れた。もう長くない。急いで。
Alright. Clouds always follow the sunshine. Times when you think everything's going well are when you're in the greatest danger. The moment you let down your guard, the devil's hand reaches out for you. The moment I got that phone call, my mind went absolutely blank. I couldn't immediately process the things JB was telling me. I don't remember exactly how I replied either. Got to get back. We're here already, uh-oh. There was nothing else in my mind. I had to get back as soon as I possibly could. That single thought swirled through my mind again and again. The loud plane that just went through my ears. Ouch. Asuko collapsed. There isn't much time? What was that supposed to mean? I don't even remember the way I got back to Japan after receiving the phone call from JB. I know I kept my cell phone clutched tightly in my hand the whole way. Oops. When I finally looked up after hours of staring at my feet and found signs in Japanese around me, the meaning of the characters didn't register. I almost felt like I was dreaming. Don't panic. It won't do any good. You need to calm down. Glanced down at my watch, but couldn't read the numbers on its face. Couldn't bring myself to care either. What did the time matter? Realizing that I could barely feel my feet touching the ground, I abruptly stopped walking. I looked down at the screen of my cell phone, which I'd been holding for God knows how long. The notification light was flashing. I received 3 emails, all of them were for JB. First was a simple summary of what had happened to Asuko and the location of the hospital where she had been admitted, with the street map attached. Second contained a timetable showing the quickest way for me to return to Japan, along with a simple certificate that granted me emergency permission to utilize military transport. Third message said that Asuko had been discharged from the hospital at her own insistence, and explained that her physical condition remained highly unstable. In other words, I need to head back to Yamanashi. Belatedly, the meaning of the words on my screen sank home. Looking up from my cell phone, I glanced around and hailed a nearby taxi, and gave the driver the name of the mountain where Asuko's cabin stood. I was aware Asuko had entered the reserve primarily because of her poor health. I knew her illness was a kind of vein thrombosis. The original cause was a capillary rupture she suffered in her youth when hit by a shot from a large caliber gun. Its after effects had grown progressively worse over the years. Looking back on it now, there were more than a few warning signs. In the middle of cooking something, her hands would go numb. She'd drop a knife to the floor. Sometimes she'd look me right in the face, but struggled to remember my name for a moment. Her right eye slowly lost its vision until eventually it couldn't even tell darkness from light. Once or twice she broke down sobbing after a few drinks. I had to carry her to bed. In retrospect, all of that was probably related to the blood clot that was forming near her brainstem.
今まで散々いじめてきた体だからな。今さらいたわったところでどうにもならん。
Oh man, they're probably playing the resolution music because they want to give because Asuko probably is gonna give Yuuji like a final send-off kind of thing, right? Watching Asuko try to put a brave face on, I told myself that it was my turn to protect her. I assumed that vein thrombosis was a curable condition. Of course, she'd been going to a doctor and receiving periodic treatment. An ordinary case of thrombosis might well have cleared up. The booster drugs she'd been using habitually for many years probably had something to do with the way things turned out. Oh yeah, that medicine! Her blood vessels were already fragile, and the thrombosis had caused multiple chronic inflammations. There wasn't much the doctors could do.
Yuuji.
And now there's no music. Sorry I'm late. How's Asuko doing?
昨日からずっと寝たり起きたりの繰り返し。起きていられる時間がどんどん短くなってきてる。
I see. This cabin had been our den for a long time. Over the years, Asuko and I had ingrained it with our sense. Whenever I returned, she'd been waiting there to welcome me back with a smile. Now the place seemed oddly empty and cold. In the same bedroom where we slept in each other's arms, Asuko was lying with her eyes shut, silent and alone. I'm home, Asuko. Sorry it took so long. Twitching in response to my voice, Asuko slowly woke from her slumber. stared up at me, barely holding her eyes open, extended her hand without a word. I silently took it in mine, following her example. Not now, King. Asuko's hand was much colder than I imagined it would be. It didn't belong to the woman I'd known. His hand had wrapped itself around mine when I was young. It felt very small now.
Okaeri, Yuuji.
Asuko's voice was slightly raspy. The sound of it filled my chest with an inexpressible sadness. The woman I'd known didn't have such a weak voice. She was a force of nature, a human tornado, a superwoman. Hey, Asuko. Are you going to die?
Ah.
Wow. There's nothing they can do?
ああ。何年も前からこうなることは分かってたんだ。
I can't do anything?
お前にはお前のやるべきことがあるだろう。
Who cares about that crap? Weren't you going to decide the meaning of my life for me?
すまんな、ユージ。生き方を教えてやるなんて大それたことを口にしておきながら、結局は日の当たらない仕事の手腕を仕込むだけで精一杯だった。
What are you saying? I'm still just a stupid kid, no good at anything I try. Didn't you tell me? Got a hell of a long way to go. Don't go dying on me now, damn it.
お前は相変わらず泣き虫だな。男は簡単に泣くなって教えただろ。
Shut up. Someone I love just told me she's dying, so let me cry if I want to.
いいか、ユージ。人間ってのはな、死ぬために生まれてくるんだ。形のあるものはいつか壊れて、生きてるものはいつか必ず死ぬ。生まれてきた意味なんてのは死ぬ時に初めてわかるもんだ。今まで散々お前に偉そうなことを言ってきた私だけどな。私だって生きる意味なんて分かっちゃいなかったし、いつ死んでもおかしくない生き方をしてきた。それでも今はなんとなくだけどわかる気がする。軍人として生きてきた私には軍人らしい最後が必要で、軍人は自分のやるべきことをやってから死ぬ。仕方のないことだと言い訳をしては何人も敵を殺して何人もの仲間を助けた。私はやるだけのことをやったんだ。おまけにユージ、お前を死なせずに済んだんだ。私はもう十分に生きた。そうだろ？
Don't be so damn irresponsible. I'm only here because you saved me. Now you want to leave me on my own? Listen, Asuko. You can't pull the trigger anymore. I'll do it for you. I do. Any for you, alright? You're the only one I have left. What am I supposed to do with my life if you're gone? My whole life was one betrayal after another. At the end, I decided to trust you, to live for you. You were my goal. The one thing that kept me going. You can't just disappear on me.
もういいんだ。もうお前は自分のために生きてもいいんだ。今のお前なら何だってできる。失敗したって何度でも立ち上がれる。私はお前をそういう男に育てたつもりだ。
You don't understand. I could do anything because I had you. I could endure anything. I knew I had a home waiting for me. So I never gave up, no matter how bad things got. And now, what am I supposed to do now? Please, Asuko. Am I just going to stand here, lose someone else I love? What's the point of a future without you anyway?
これからの人生でそれを見つけりゃいいんだよ。もっとあがけ。人生なんてもっとジタバタしていいんだ。楽に生きようとするな。
It's their final lesson. You're the one to talk. Don't just give it up. Damn it. Makes your lectures a lot less convincing.
お前と一緒にするな。私はな、死ぬことを許されたんだよ。軍人ってやつはな、出撃した初日にぽっくりと落ちんじまうやつもいれば、どんなに過酷な戦場に放り込まれてもしぶとく生きて戻るやつもいる。その二つの違いはな、お前はもういい、よく頑張ったと死を許されるやつ。そしてお前にはまだやることが残っていると死を許してもらえないやつの違いだ。私は許されたんだよ。わかるか、ユージ。
The hell's that supposed to mean? Give you permission. God?
さあな、多分そうなんじゃねえか。
That old asshole. Give me his address and social security number. Blow his brains out from 2,000 meters.
バカだなお前は。あまり笑わせるなよ。ユージ、今何時だ
4:13 in the afternoon.
そっか。今日は星が綺麗だな。
Yeah. They're beautiful.
お前が私のところに来てしばらく経ったある日、お前は夜中にベッドを抜け出してこんな夜空を見上げてたよな。
Yeah.
あの時お前何を考えてたんだ？
I don't remember.
だろうな。そう言うと思ってたよ。少し疲れたな。もう寝てもいいか？
Yeah. Sleep well, Asuko. I watched as Asuko fell quietly and peacefully into sleep. In the end, she never woke up again. Strangely enough, I didn't cry. All I could feel was a dazed awareness of the cold, gaping hole in my heart. JB couldn't find much to say to me. She quietly took care of Asuko's body. There was no funeral. After all, anyone who come to Kusakawa Asuko's funeral was probably going to end up in exactly the same place as her sooner or later. By the time my master's body was cremated, I managed to regain at least a little presence of mind. When JB came back from the crematorium and told me an old 9mm bullet had emerged from the remains, he managed to crack a smile. Typical Asuko. Still, I didn't feel much of anything. On some level, I didn't really believe that Asuko was never coming back to this cabin. All I had to do was close my eyes and I could see her, swinging open the bedroom door with a yawn and her hair unkempt, scratching her big behind, poking her head into the fridge to find a beer. The images were so vivid I could almost convince myself they were real. I saw those ghostly traces of Asuko constantly, and so I had to keep reminding myself that she was gone, over and over again. Where do people go when they die anyway? If I died as well, would I end up in the same place as Asuko? I'd go to the station where I'd waited for my mother and board a train in the beautiful sunset. Simple as that. Take the train to wherever Asuko was. All the people I loved were probably there, waiting for my arrival. But I couldn't go to them. Not yet. Didn't have permission to die yet. Asuko had left me something to do. Until I saved the lives of 5 people, I wasn't allowed to die. It was the only chance I had left to find some kind of meaning in my survival. Still, someday, in the red glow of a summer sunset, I board that train. I no longer had anything left to live for, but I still had something left to do. Tell me something, Asuko. Did you dump that job on me knowing you didn't have long to live? Did you deliberately leave me a nasty piece of homework so I wouldn't try to follow you? You're an idiot, you know that? It was a very amazing scene, in my opinion. It was good. It was good. I'm not the quitter you think I am. Not anymore. I'll try struggling with life for a while, just like you said. But right now, I'm kind of tired. I want to move for a while. Let me lie here like this, just a little longer. Ow! What the hell? JB.
あなた、ここ1週間何してたのよ。何度電話しても出ないし、留守電残したりメールしても返事が来ないし。こうして来てみれば、床の上に転がってるし、死んでるのかと思ったわ。
Thanks, JB. Oh, sorry. Where'd I put my phone anyway?
玄関の横に落ちてたわよ。っていうかバッテリー切れてるし。
Right. Tossed over there right after I got back to Japan. Must have just forgotten about it.
無責任にこんなこと言いたくないけど、しっかりしなさいよ。
Yeah, probably. Asuko's death had to be hitting JB hard too. Even so, the woman hadn't let herself shed a single tear in front of me. I knew she was incredibly sad. She was trying to be strong anyway. Get it together had to be the last thing she wanted to hear right about now. She was saying it anyway, for my sake. After slowly exhaling the air inside my lungs, drew a deep, quiet breath. Okay, so why are you here? Do I have a job?
Hikkoshi.
What? Who's moving?
あなたの。
To where?
私の部屋に。
Why?
あなた一人にしておくとダメになるから。
No. It's pretty smart. And actually, I don't think Yuuji would fall apart at this point. Honestly, I think he would get himself together, but it definitely be a lot harder for him to do it here, where the only thing he remembers is, yeah, Asuka could walk through that door any time now. So, yeah, I can see the girls, if they're reading this part, they're probably like absolutely sobbing at this, right? Ah, I see. She had a point. Staying in a cabin where Asuko's scent still lingered in the air would just keep my mind running in circles. This place was paralyzing me. If moving could change my mood even slightly, probably wasn't a bad idea. No. Because of how Asuko raised Yuuji, I'd say he wouldn't fall apart. It'd take him a lot longer to get back together, but he certainly wouldn't fall apart. No, not at all. But getting everything together faster is different. The move itself didn't take particularly long. Only took me 10 minutes to push all my possessions into a backpack. After depositing it in the trunk of JB's bright yellow car, took a nap in the passenger seat. By the time I woke up, we'd arrived at my new residence. JB's apartment building stood in the Akasaka district of the Minato ward. From Roppongi Street, we reached it by climbing a hill lined with cherry blossom trees. A hotel owned by an airline was visible nearby. I was a little impressed that she managed to live in a neighborhood this nice, considering that Surs wasn't exactly known for its generous salaries. I had to assume that they paid the desk types a good deal better than us field agents, whose pitifully low base wages were supplemented by commissions. You severely are underestimating Yuuji, King. With that statement, that's ignorant. Come on. Nice place.
借り物よ。私の部屋じゃないわ。
What? Who's letting you borrow an apartment like this?
サムおじさん。彼はとってもいい人よ。
It's on rent. Ah, I see. Basically, she was using a spare apartment Uncle Sam had purchased near the American embassy as housing for important diplomats. Somehow or other, the Shaggy Head had earned herself the title of Auxiliary Section Chief in Central Intelligence and Research's 2nd Division. It's probably enough to earn her a few perks like this. Shaggy as she might be, she really was one hell of a career woman, on top of which she drove an expensive Italian car and lived in a pricey Akasaka apartment. I don't understand why you have such trouble getting men, JB.
は？何よ急に。そんなしみじみと考え込むようなこと？
Guess it's because you're a little annoying? Nothing else comes to mind.
うるさいわね。私は男より仕事を優先しているだけで、別にモテないわけじゃないのよ。っていうか、ちょっとうざいって言わないで。
Sorry, I meant that as a compliment.
どこが？もういいわ。とりあえずそっちの奥の部屋空いてるから好きに使いなさい。
All right. No. See, I think you're misunderstanding something here. I meant that he wouldn't like just up and die or something, or like be crying or something. That's a different type. We're talking about two different things. You're not proving your point. You're proving yourself wrong. I'm saying, and to be fair, Yuuji killing people isn't necessarily unstable in the sense that Asuko being around or not being around would have changed. It was under Asuko's tutelage that Yuuji became both consciously aware of the fact that he can kill people. I mean, he already is crazy. Like, everyone's already crazy in this. Think about it. But no. I try my best to adapt to my new lifestyle in this comfortable environment. Living with someone who shared my sadness would make everything easier on us both. We'd be able to support each other. That was what I thought, at least. Proved to be a good deal more complicated and difficult than I expected. Two of us couldn't quite figure it out. Nah, I highly doubt that. If only for the fact that, remember, Yuuji's quota is to save 5 people. So somewhere in his mind, that's Asuko's words. The reason why he reacted so negatively when Makina was put in danger was because Makina was a person he was going to save. If you look at it that way. Even so, it's not like living with JB was exactly unpleasant. Yeah, I'm awake.
おはよう。ひどい顔ね。また眠れなかったの?
No, I slept just fine. It's all a weird dream, that's all.
そう。私もう仕事に出なきゃいけないんだけど、朝ごはん自分で食べられる?
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll take out the garbage so you can just leave that.
これはゴミじゃないわよ。服を買っておいたから、外に出るときはこれに着替えて。それと、携帯電話を必ず持っていくこと。
Got it.
それと、テーブルの上に食事台が置いてあるから、お昼はそのお金で好きなものを食べなさい。
Thanks.
じゃあ、行ってきます。
Right, see you later. The smell of coffee, the sound of a television set left on. Whenever JB left for work, her apartment instantly became a much larger and lonelier place. Pouring myself a cup of coffee from what remained in the pot, took an orange and some natto from the fridge, then cut a thick slice from a loaf of 1800 yen bread. I opened the package of natto, mixed in it in the included mustard and sauce, and stirred the beans around. You got JB's love? Yeah. Once the mixture was nice and sticky, I added a bit of mayo and stirred it up again. Plopping this mixture onto my piece of bread, I added a bit of sliced cheese and slipped it into the toaster oven. As I waited for the machine to toast my breakfast, I took a few sips from my cup of caffeine-free coffee. It was oddly flavorless. It's like the loving mom that's like super busy with work, is JB. Opening the curtains, I looked down to see that JB's Modena was just poking its yellow nose out of the building's underground garage. Her flashy, prancing horse would be warming up its engine in traffic before long. No doubt she'd end up locked in another battle with her commuting arch rival, red-brown Gallardo made by a tractor company with a water buffalo for a logo. Oh, it's done. There wasn't a toaster in JB's apartment originally. Until I arrived, she'd just been using the toaster mode on her microwave. I really wanted a traditional model, so I picked one up for 2,000 yen at a Shinjuku electronics retailer. Tastes good. A luxury apartment full of luxury furnishings. This sleek, high-class environment, the cheap toaster on the kitchen counter, stuck out like a sore thumb. We had a great deal in common, me and that toaster. We weren't completely useless, but we just didn't fit in here. JB and Asuko. Two old friends who'd grown up in the same orphanage, they suddenly approached life in different ways. Yeah, he'd been very different. JB, like, raised him full-time and took him into her home. Assuming she actually had a home like this originally, which I doubt she did. That morning, I dreamed of Asuko for the first time in a while. In my dream, Asuko had been chopping up cabbages from the garden out behind her cabin, stuffing them into beer mugs. Then adding crushed ice drench and French dressing, producing a bizarre concoction referred to as iced cabbage. My god, she never stops the creative cuisine. Glancing over me as I watched in horror, Scott proceeded to grab bits of cold, crisp cabbage with her chopsticks while simultaneously guzzling sweet potato shochu on the rocks. If I told JB about this, she would probably have answered, "That sounds like Asuko, alright," with a gentle smile. Is there anything for JB? I don't think there's a JB one. But even so, I was trying not to mention Asuko around JB when I could possibly help it. Did I put it in? Let me check. No, I didn't. You know what? Let's add a JB one right now. There you go. And we're gonna add an Asuka one too, right now. There we go. There you go, man. It's true, right? So now we have an Asuka one and a JB one. Oh. For her part, JB seemed to be avoiding the subject, and it didn't seem to make her too happy when I brought it up. Two of us couldn't keep looking back forever. At some point, we had to start moving forward. Once I finished my breakfast, I washed my face and brushed my teeth. There were 3 toothbrushes on the stand just outside the bathroom. Till the other day, there had only been one. There was a reason for this sudden increase, of course. It was 3 days after I moved in.
ここでの生活にももう慣れた？
Well, more or less.
何か足りないものがあれば遠慮なく言いなさい。必要ならすぐに用意するから。
She's from Alabama, confirmed. Let's see. Alright, how about a firmer toothbrush? Yours is way too soft. I like the kind with stiffer hairs. It's not that big a deal, though. I can just buy one at the convenience store.
待って待って。そうじゃなくてね。あのね、ユージ。もしかして、私の歯ブラシ使ったの？
Oh no, you
使っちゃったのかな？
Oh no, you just one of those people? Oh no, no, you can't use the same toothbrush. Said I could use anything in the apartment, didn't you? Was it off limits?
常識！ああ、誰もが自分と同じに持ち合わせていると信じていた常識がこんな形で崩壊するなんて
Common sense betrayal.
しまった。この子の常識は朝子のそれと何ら変わらないということをすっかり失念していたわ。深く。
深く。Yes, regrets. Sorry, JB.
わかった。歯ブラシ買ってくる。毛が硬いの買ってくる。
Oh, man. I hadn't been aware of this previously, but apparently I was just as crude as Asuko in some respects. Ever since that day, there were 3 toothbrushes in the apartment. Mine, JB's, and the one she'd used before I moved in. Because she couldn't just throw it out. That probably does mean Yuuji and Asuko shared a toothbrush, yeah. I didn't really mind. JB was probably in the right, and a few minor hassles seemed to be par for the course for women. When I finished brushing my teeth and washed my face, I glanced into the mirror and realized my hair had grown out a little. Sooner or later, JB would probably tell me to cut it. That was the sort of woman she was. After returning to my room, I dressed myself. For some reason, JB seemed to enjoy buying me clothes. Back when I lived in that cabin with Asuko, I never given much thought to what I wore. Guess that's not too surprising, since Asuko and I were both the kind of people who felt perfectly at home, running around in blue track pants and a combat jacket. I mean, basically, when you're raised by, like, someone like Asuko, that's gonna happen, right? Like, think about it. Asuko is, like, the equivalent of a gorilla? Or some sort of wild, untamed beast that had to raise, he probably doesn't. He probably learned, like, some more standardized social etiquette, afterwards, you know? They do say that a man's wardrobe tends to be changed depending on the woman he's with. I think JB was actively trying to change me from the clothes up. The outfit she left me on this particular morning was, as usual, a bit much. First, there was a black Italian shirt, tight-fitting and narrow in the arms. The collar was designed to be worn widely open. She'd also picked out a banker striped suit to go along with it. Some more, the color was a highly regal shade of purple. The suit was unusually short in the arms, so you were probably supposed to fold the cuffs on your inner shirt over the sleeves of the jacket. When I tried on the pants, I discovered they were also very slim. If I sweated while sitting down in these things, they probably glued themselves to my thighs. Well, yes, I'm in a different case. To top it all off, a bottle of French cologne tumbled noisily out of the bag. Apparently she even wanted to sign my body odor for me. The instructions, in French naturally, indicated I should spray it on my neck, behind my ears, on my wrists, and on either side of my abdomen. I hadn't struggled my way through training in 5 languages for this. Putting on the shirt, jacket, and silver necklace to complete the outfit JB had left me, I stood in front of the mirror and evaluated myself. I'm either an intellectual Yakuza or Roppongi host. If I walked around Yamanashi wearing something like this, they'd probably heckle me for dressing like a peacock. If I went to the harbor in Shizuoka, it'd be, "Where'd you head in that purty clothes, brother?" Then again, this was Akasaka, right next door to Roppongi. Probably wouldn't stand out too much in a neighborhood like this. Sooner or later, I'd probably grow accustomed to my new life here. Right, accustomed. No, Amane, don't do it! Don't do it, Amane! Don't share toothbrushes. In other words, I still had to adapt myself to the world around me, and honestly, it felt a bit stifling. That wasn't just true for me. I think it applied for JB as well. It was the fact that Asuko was dead. We had to accept that and accustom ourselves to it. But that proved much more difficult than either of us had expected. Even when we talk about work, Asuko's name would inevitably pop up, and the discussion turned to specific tactics or general strategy. During meals, just seeing a favorite of Asuko's on the table would remind us of her. Eventually, we began to fall silent every time she came up in conversation. When you think about it, everything gets worse. What do you mean? Kusakabe and Asuko had been an even larger part of us than we'd known. Words almost spoken, trapped by our closed mouths, curdled to frustration in our chests. The memory of Asuka became a thorn in our hearts, and we slept together. Wait, what? By the time things got this far, two of us no longer knew how to interact with each other. We tried to fill the holes in our hearts by holding each other, hurting each other. No, I was hurting JB, that's all, out of selfish sadness. I lost one woman and now is taking my pain out on another. Even so, JB accepted my actions without saying a thing. Maybe she knew it was the only form of comfort she could offer me. Her kindness was almost unbearable. Sometimes when I thought about how dependent I was on her compassion, the guilt and shame would bring me to the verge of tears. Whenever JB saw me holding back the urge to cry, tears filled her eyes as well. She hugged me tightly. We had to find a better way forward than this. We needed her to live more boldly, more crudely. The way Asuko had.
私と一緒にいるとどうしても思い出してしまうなら一緒にいない方がいいのかな。
When JB got home late from work, she'd take a bath, have a few drinks, and say the same things she always did. You don't have to worry about me. She slumped back on the couch. I stood behind her, using a dryer on her hair and giving her my usual replies.
辛いのは私の方かもね。ごめん、ユージ。忘れて。
JB probably drank a lot more because of this. Tears rolling down her face, JB fell asleep right there on the couch. My heart aching, I picked her up without a word and carried her to her bed. One day after things had continued like this for some time, JB left for work and didn't come back. Periodically, she'd check in over the phone. JB claimed she was busy with work, but in reality, she was probably just avoiding me, or the suffocating sadness that had come between us. Without her around, the apartment was nothing more than a well-furnished birdcage. Might as well have stayed shut up in Asuko's cabin. What was I supposed to do now? They say life's a journey, and when you lose sight of your destination, it's usually best to turn back and retrace your steps. But Kusakabe Asuko had always been my home. Now that she was gone, where was I supposed to return to? A journey, huh? Come to think of it, I hadn't done much in the way of traveling. I don't know when this was exactly, or how the topic came up, but I did talk to Asuko about traveling once.
あ？北海道？行ったことあんぞ。
For a job?
いいや、プライベートで。
Private で To fight a bear? I can see that.
なんでだよ。普通に観光だよ。
Osco probably like I can see Osco going to places and fighting better bears and shit and winning. Do you take a bus tour or something?
いや、観光バスは嫌いだ。ほら、裏の納屋の中に幽霊のポンコツがあるだろ。あれで行ったんだ。
Oh, the motorcycle. What's wrong with bus tours though?
だっておめえよ、観光バスなんてあれだぞ。はーい、時間です。あれを見てください。これを見てください。ってよ。
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. Come to think, I hate those things too. Yeah, I know. I agree, Osco. Yeah, I like seeing things on my own terms. That's true. Never mind.
便所の時間まで決められてんだぞ。旅行が終わって家に帰れば疲れ以外の何も残っちゃいないような旅の何が面白い？
I've never been on a trip, so I can't really say.
いいか、ユージ。旅の意味ってのはな、何を見つけて何を持ち帰るかが重要だ。
持ち帰り？
人と同じものを見て人と同じ発見をすることはわざわざ旅に出なくてもできる。一人でバイクで気ままに旅して気になるものがあったら止まってみればいい。知らない道があったら入ってみればいい。道を間違えても気にしない。自分で見て感じて発見して理解する。そういうことを繰り返してるとな、人と同じものを見ても違う見え方をしてくるもんだ。軍人なんて仕事をしてるとよ、そういった人とは違う視点ってのが重要だったりもするわけだ。わかるか？
It's an experience, you know? Yeah. Well, more or less.
なんとなくかよ。まあ、そうだよな。よし、そんじゃお前が免許取ったらバイクで北海道行くか。一月も向こうにいりゃなんか違ったもんが見えてくるだろう。
What about work?
サラリーマンじゃねえんだ。休めばいいさ。
I think an office drone would have less trouble taking a vacation, actually.
細けい子だどうだっていいんだよ。バイク2台で北海道まで行ってよ。そっから先は現地解散で別行動な。
Why even bother going together then?
バカだな。私の後についてあれ見ろこれ見ろ言われたらバスと変わんねえだろうが。合流場所だけ決めて別行動すんなよ。そんでな、キャンプ場で合流したら何を見てどう感じたか酒でも飲みながらお互いに語り合うってわけよ。
You just probably like, I can't drink, right?
その方が旅として濃いし絶対面白いから。
I didn't think about the double stories part. That's interesting. Sure, I guess we'll need 2 cameras then.
最初のうちはよ、一人の心細さで走るだけで精一杯になっちまう。景色見てる余裕すらねえ。けど慣れてくりゃいろんなもんが見えてくる。気がつきゃメットの中で大声で歌を歌いながら走ってる。一人を楽しめるようになる。
Sounds like something else cool too.
どうしても一人じゃ寂しいってんならジョンを連れて行きゃいい。
Oh, this one he's younger, that's why.
こうよ、タンクの上にベタっと伏せさせてな。犬がいるってだけでこんなに心強いのかって改めて感動するぞ。観光バスの旅行に比べりゃ無駄だらけだけどな、ユージ。人生ってやつは無駄を楽しむもんだ。無駄を重ねてきたやつの方が生きるのがうまい。楽しい人生ってやつだ。
I feel like I should literally shove this down a ton of people's throats. I feel like that's something that a lot of people, you know, sometimes you sit back and do something because why not, right?
ま、ガキにはまだわかんねえか。
Someday, let's go to Hokkaido. My proposal to Asuko's never actually became a reality. That didn't mean it was too late for me. I hadn't known what to do with myself after losing her, but now, I was starting to get an idea of how to move forward. Long story short, I'm going to leave and have myself a bit of a journey.
どこへ行くの？
Good question. Guess I'll just go with the breeze for now.
目標を失ったら風の吹く方へってこと？
Well, that's kind of negative, JB. Sure, I'm still a Marine at heart, I guess.
帰ってくるの？
Of course I am. Absolutely. I mean, this is me we're talking about. Probably come asking you for help if I run into any trouble.
不安。あなた、お金とかちゃんと持ってるの？
Yeah, I've got a bit saved away. If I run out, I'll just look for work locally.
まあいいわ。行ってらっしゃいな。携帯だけはなくさないようにね。
That's a surprise. I was sure you'd try to stop me.
引き止めて欲しかったの？
I mean, you're going to be lonely without me around, right? Especially at night.
さっさと行っちゃいなさいよ。バカね。
It's probably because it's in the side stories, the in between Labyrinth and Eden, because they're both because one's about because they cover stuff that is not in the Labyrinth. At first, I figured I'd head up to Hokkaido and go looking at the same things Asuka had seen. Deciding on a destination beforehand felt a little wrong somehow. For the time being, I returned to Asuko's cabin and retrieved her motorcycle from the shed out back. Taking the battery off its trickle charger, I reinstalled it on the oversized oil-cooled 1100cc bike. Pressed the self-starter switch. I'd have expected some trouble with the engine, but started up just fine on the first try. Then again, I'd taken the bike for a ride about 4 months previously. When I was done, I removed the battery and added a fuel stabilizer to the tank and carburetor, so there wasn't any real reason to be surprised. As long as the engine started up, there wasn't much else to worry about. Once I tied my backpack to the tandem seat, the packing was basically complete. Next, I put on my riding gear, a pair of deerskin gloves, a leather double rider's jacket from the UK, and engineer boots with visible wear on the left instep, where the shift pedal rested. All I had to do was strap on Asuko's old silver jet helmet. I could leave anytime I pleased. Soon enough, I was on my way. Doing the things Asuko had done, seeing the things she'd seen, wasn't going to help me regain any of the things I'd lost. But it was the only way I could think of to fill the hole her death had left in my heart. I hadn't decided on a destination, but just riding around randomly wouldn't be any different from taking a walk. I kept unconsciously following the roads I was already familiar with. Deliberately choosing routes I'd never taken before, I circled up and down Honshu for a good 2 weeks. Ultimately, I found myself heading for Hokkaido the same way Asuko had. I tried to take the ferry in Orai. There weren't any tickets available, so I rode over to Sendai instead. They didn't have many spots for two-wheeled vehicles on the ferry, so if you wanted to be on the safe side, it was best to reserve a spot in advance. So as I heard that, I ordered a ticket using the web browser on my cell phone. From Sendai, I'd be riding over to Tomakomai. The ferry left at 8 p.m., but I got there at 3:30 in the afternoon, so I ended up napping up on the second floor of the terminal. In time, the boat pulled into the harbor, let off passengers from Nagoya, and finally allowed us to board. Taking a few boat rides inside of combat vehicles, this was my first time taking a motorcycle onto a ferry. Honestly, the process made me a little nervous. Given the size of my bike, I had to be very careful. If I opened the throttle, the rear wheel might skid on the middle deck. One panicked squeeze of the front brake might send me toppling over. Following the staff's instructions, I made my way towards the bottom of the boat, put on my handle lock, and tied the motorcycle down, leaving it in low gear. It seemed to be fixed firmly in place. Explained I wouldn't be able to touch the bike again until we reached Hokkaido. I took my backpack off the rear and headed up to the passenger cabin. Eventually, a gong rang out to signal our departure. The ferry set sail with a bit of assistance from a tugboat. Inside the cabin window, the lights of Sendai Harbor and the city beyond rolled slowly by. I left mainland Japan behind with a silent farewell, swearing that I'd return one day with my strength renewed, or something like that. The ferry reached Tomakomai a bit past 10 in the morning. The passengers promptly began to disembark. For a time, my motorcycle, I waited for the four-wheeled vehicles to finish, and finally made my way off the boat onto northern soil. First impression of Hokkaido was simple. It was a seriously spacious place. The roads were all very wide, and once you got a bit outside of a town, you tended to find a whole lot of nothing. Glancing down my trip meter, I realized it had been 168 kilometers since the last time I refueled a tank. I rode around looking for a gasoline station, but to my surprise, there were none to be found. The verge of panic, I stopped my bike and took out a road map. Using my cell phone to pinpoint my location, I scoured the map and found that the nearest gas station seemed to be over in Iwamizawa. Finally getting my hands on some gasoline, I was wondering what to do next when a small group of bikers rode by, motorcycles burdened with luggage. Followed them on a whim. They led me past the city famous for its melons and ultimately to a place called Nisho Pass. Oh, okay. Stopped to eat at a drive-in there and asked a biker in his 50s who looked like a veteran where I could find the local campground. Pointed out on my map. Suppose I'd gotten used to city living, but Hokkaido really did seem huge at first. Couldn't remember the last time I'd seen the horizon like this. Almost felt like I was in a foreign country. The road stretched out endlessly in front of me. I was riding a gas guzzler that couldn't manage more than 20 kilometers per liter. The numbers on my trip meter were a source of some real anxiety. I made a habit of fueling up every chance I got. Who knew if there'd even be another gas station after this one? Alaska felt the same way, looking out on the scenery. My 9th day in Hokkaido. In the campground at night, I noticed a man heating his food inside an empty can, which he held over a small gas stove. He told me it was a good way to cook simple meals for one, since you could just throw away the can later. No need to bother finding water to wash your mess kit. Seemed pretty logical. I was a bit impressed. Oh, and then Yuuji starts picking up like his lifestyle of like cooking stuff in with mess kits and stuff right here. I tried that out for myself. It worked well enough, but the food tasted noticeably worse than usual. So I had to file this trick away under might come in handy someday. Day 12. Leading into the fairing as I barreled down a long straightaway, all I could hear was the sound of my engine, exhaust system, and drive chain. Somehow it felt like the world had left me behind. Rational anxiety rose up inside me. Never been that social a person, but right now I wanted to see another human being so badly, felt like screaming. For lack of a better alternative, I gave it a try. Asako! I come all the way up north, and here I was shouting the name of a dead woman. Pretty pathetic, really. I didn't have any intention of forgetting her, but maybe it was about time to work on moving forward. Day 15. Found myself behind an American motorcycle moving sluggishly down a long straight stretch of road. For a moment I thought about trying to pass them. It seemed like more trouble than it would be worth. I slowed to a leisurely pace and spent some time studying the scenery. Eventually we passed a policeman who'd been lying in wait at an intersection. Now it all made sense. Things might get messy if a cop hauled me in, and JB would probably end up giving me a scolding. It wasn't like I had any place to be. Might as well take it slow and easy. Day 21. 200 meters ahead of me on a long straightaway, I spotted something black lying in the middle of the road. Approached it slowly and found it was the carcass of a deer. A wave of nausea hit me hard apparently, so I hadn't gotten over my issues with dead bodies of any kind. Looked around for a car with a big dent in its hood or a motorcycle with its fork lodged in the exhaust pipe, but there was nothing. No biker lying with his head twisted at an unnatural angle either. That was a bit of a relief. Day 25. The weather took a turn for the worse, and my body temperature quickly plunged, shivering in my leather jacket. First I tried to tough it out until the next rest stop, but after a terrifying moment of lightheadedness, I pulled over and opened my backpack with trembling hands, then put my long raincoat on over my jacket and jeans. Made a surprisingly big difference. The only problem now was my hands. I could rest my left on my head of the engine. The right grew colder and colder with every minute on the handle. Experimentally, I put on work gloves on top of my riding ones. Helped a little, but I clearly need a better solution. Oh, these are really interesting, like little anecdotes of what he was doing as time passed. Day 28. With my bike running in 5th gear at 2500 RPM, I casually opened the throttle. For some reason, my rear wheel spun sideways. Stopped to see if I'd run over a patch of leaves or a cow patty. Turned out that the wheel had gone completely bald. I checked the front tire as well. I realized it was badly worn on the right side, but not the left. No wonder she'd been shaking every time I let go of the handle. I hurried over to the nearest motorcycle shop, but they said they'd have to send away for the new tires. Their inventory was apparently better in bigger towns, so I asked the clerk to call around to their other stores. As we found a place with the right goods, I rode over carefully and had the tires replaced. Top of that, they swapped out the front wheel bearing, distance collar, and axle shaft, all of which I warped from wear. Total cost came to 67,000 yen. Well, it's not that bad actually. $670 about. We'll cut back to Yuuji with the gross depression beard. Well, it looks like he's more finding himself, because this will eventually leads to his decision to actually try to live a more normal life in high school, you know. So, I think this will be very good for him. I knew these parts wore out eventually, but the bill was pretty painful. Yeah, $670 is still a lot of money. I agree. I have to try and cut down on my food expenses from now on. Day 31. Stopping at a random drive-in, I gave their deep-fried salmon meal a try. It proved to be unbelievably salty, practically inedible without rice, and they made up for the poor quality with truly massive portions. Looking down my overly full plate, I found myself thinking of JB. Despite her size, the woman wasn't a big eater. When we went to restaurants together, she often couldn't finish what she was served. That said, she did have a good 5 meals per day. Oh, okay. JB's smart. She eats bite-sized portions throughout the day. He hasn't shaved in like a month. Also depends. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I didn't shave for like a year and a half, and I grew basically no facial hair because I don't grow facial hair. So it depends on the person. If Yuuji didn't shave at all, let's assume Yuuji didn't shave at all. You might have very light facial hair or nothing, you know? So it depends on the person. Whenever she ran out of steam, JB would smile at me and silently push the rest onto my plate. "You're young, so eat up," seemed to be the message. Back when Asuka was alive, she apparently played a similar role. JB might be a large, noisy, shaggy-headed woman. You had to admit, she did have a bit of a cute side. Wonder what JB's doing right now. The first time since I left, I found myself missing her. My mind had been full of Asuka for a very long time. Maybe it was finally beginning to make a little space for other things? Probably the same amount as my friend. My friend Snake. He uses a ton on razors too, and he has really like tough facial hair, so it like destroys razors, and he goes through a lot. And his wife hates facial hair, so he has to shave all the time. Which he's not too opposed to, it's just, it's tough on the wallet. That same night, I sent JB an email from my phone. "I love you, Julia." I received a response to this brief message in less than a minute. "Are you drunk?" First reaction was something along the lines of "that damn shaggy head." At the same time, I couldn't help smiling at how typical JB it was. I'd seen and experienced a lot since arriving in Hokkaido. I was starting to regain something that resembled self-confidence, but at this point, I also began to notice something strange. Even when I gunned the throttle, the needle on my RPM gauge was responding very sluggishly. Asuka hadn't exactly treated this engine kindly in her day. It had a good 70,000 kilometers under its belt. It tended to burn through gasoline quickly. I've been riding it carefully and changing the oil on a regular basis, but one day I noticed a strange clattering noise coming from the head when I pulled over into a convenience store parking lot. The engine promptly gave up the ghost. No matter how many times I pressed the switch, starter relay just click-clacked. The bike didn't even twitch. Tried push starting it in second gear. Instead I released the clutch, the rear wheel just locked up. For lack of any better options, I spent 6 hours pushing the heavy hunk of junk down the road to the nearest repair shop. From what the mechanic could tell, either the journal bearing in the crankshaft or the big end bolt of the cron rod probably broken. Repairing it would be a major operation, requiring them to remove the engine from the body of the motorcycle. My financial situation wouldn't allow that, so I called up a vehicle transfer company instead. I ended up having to push it another 27 kilometers to their nearest depot. Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that's the cool part. Like an anime adaptation versus a visual novel. Like especially when animes do things that stand out from the visual novel, like this is something an animation could do. That you have the snippets of the scenery passing as Yuuji's writing. Whereas this one, they give it to you in like brief, like little day anecdotes. Like, this what happened this day, this what happened that day. And and that's always good. Like, when an animation studio can do that correctly, and it's really tough. A lot of people just think they'll just gonna adapt the visual novel as is, and it's cool to see things animated, but at the same time, you lose a lot of details and stuff. So you have to find ways to really convey the same thing without just trying to just do it word for word, because you're not a visual novel when you're animation, and vice versa. So yeah, no, that sounds cool. You had to buy an electric shaver, yeah. That's tough, man. Having lost my wheels, I turned back and began to retrace my path on foot, weighed down by my backpack. Honestly, what the hell was I doing? It might have been funny if it wasn't so ridiculous. As I trudged down the road with my leather jacket and oversized backpack, a group of bikers roared past. A few of them were going ridiculously fast. Where were they off to in such a hurry? They had some place they wanted to be that badly. I envied them. One of the motorcycles in the group actually took the time to turn around and come back after passing me. It was a Kawasaki D1 with a strange orange and purple paints around. Kawasaki, but with a T. The person riding seemed to be a relatively young man. Lifting the visor of his helmet, he asked me if I'd been in an accident. When I honestly replied that my bike had simply met its end, the guy gave me an annoying grin and said, "Bet you rode it to death and never changed the oil, right?" My excuses seemed like a waste of effort, so I just gave him a wry smile. The man offered me a ride toward my destination. Of course, I didn't have any such thing. That was the only reason I ended up here in the first place. I'm just a moron who spent the last month riding around in circles. The man's reply to this was, "Ah, youth," a loud burst of laughter. Adding, "Guess I'll leave you to it then." He raised a hand in farewell and rode off the way he come. Youth. A number of giant question marks popped up over my head. The word didn't really mean much to me. I had attended ordinary school since I was very young. My adolescence hadn't exactly been a typical one. Wasn't youth for people who go to normal schools? Kind of kids who still think the world's a nice place? Kind of teenagers who get worked up over girls they like, or lash out at their parents, when reality doesn't live up to their expectations. That was what I always thought it meant. Right now, I was lost as a human being, lost in the face of the future, uncertain what I could do with my life, acting on impulse, the hope something might change. I had nothing to be passionate about. I was too young to be jaded, and all these jumbled feelings had slowly filled me with a vague sense of anxiety. From anyone else's perspective, it was probably a textbook case of youthful angst. Once I realized that, the whole thing suddenly seemed remarkably idiotic. Youth, huh? It was embarrassing even to say the word out loud, but somehow, it felt like a symbol. Maybe that was exactly what I'd been lacking. Time to go home. Still wasn't sure exactly where home was, but that wasn't important right now. A few days later, I called JB and informed her I'd be returning. I caught a flight from New Chitose Airport. Compared to my long outward journey, the trip back was over in the blink of an eye. It really drove home exactly how much time I spent blundering around like an idiot. Still, Asuko probably would have smiled and told me, "That's just fine, kid. Flounder around all you want. Life's all about struggle, see? Don't try to make things easy on yourself." My master's words ringing in my ears, turned from my travels with nothing concrete to show for them. Bearing only fatigue for a souvenir, I made my way back to Yamanashi, where Asuko's memory still lingered strongly in the air. It didn't work, Asuko. Came back empty-handed. I still don't understand anything. Also, kinda busted your bike. My bad. It's in the basement at JB's apartment building for now. I'll definitely get it fixed. Sorry. Oh, he's finally put out incense. Offer my report to Asuko while burning an offering of incense. Then opened the can of beer I picked up at the convenience store and placed it upside down on top of her grave. At that moment I thought I heard a voice emerge from her gravestone.
楽しかったか?
Random naked Asuko all of a sudden attacked me too. It was the voice of a mother addressing a son who'd returned covered in mud after an energetic afternoon outside. Before I knew it, I'd spoken my answer out loud. Well, I guess I enjoyed myself a little. I was talking to phantoms. Probably not a good sign. Anyway, what am I supposed to do with myself now? Naturally enough, the slab of stone in front of me didn't provide a reply. Still, I felt like an answer did flash briefly through my mind. Yeah, sure. Can't hurt to give that youth thing another try. Maybe spend some time in a normal school for once. There was no guarantee it would change anything, but probably beat doing nothing at all. Why is her ghost stacked? Because Asuko's stacked! So anyway, I asked you to arrange my transition to reserve status with Sears. I approached Tachibana Chizuru and got her permission to enroll at Mihama Academy.
そうやってあなたは簡単に言ってくれるけど、私がどれだけ苦労したか分かってる?
Oh yeah, he probably just came home, like, put out the incense, went, yeah, I'm gonna try attending a normal school. And he's like, yo, I'm gonna do that. I'm grateful, of course. Children grow up by chasing after their father. And when they lose their way, they turn back and look for their mother. When I turned around, lost and uncertain, you were always there for me. It's too damn embarrassing to say this out loud, but I really am grateful to you for that, JB.
まあいいわ。今日のところはこんなものかしらね。あなたの提出してくれた資料は私が修正しておくわ。
Man, he went through a lot of crap in his past. Like, not gonna lie, he went through a ton of crap. It's kind of like amazing he came out relatively okay despite all that. That says a lot about his experiences, and you know, it says a lot about the writing in this game, because like it sounds very convincing that all this can actually happen. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we have more to go. I know. Obviously, we haven't gone home yet. You really are a fine woman, JB. Let me sleep with you sometime, will you?
はいはい、また今度ね。今日はもう帰っていいわよ。お疲れ様。
Right. Thanks, JB.
入りなさい。
失礼します。桑原2位からお預かりしました風見雄二の S 時代の効果表のチェックが終わりましたので、ご確認をお願いします。
Hey, it's Kiara.
ご苦労様。今は本人がいるから後で確認します。デスクの上に置いておきなさい。
あ、風見さんいらっしゃったんですね。
Oh, Kazami-san, my ass. You're obviously watching on a monitor from the other room and came in when the conversation ended. Don't act like you're surprised.
ああ、すみません。一応そういう仕事なもので。怒ってます？
Can't say it put me in a good mood.
すみません。お尻触りますか？
No spoilers, King. Where'd that come from? Makes it sound like I'm some kind of ass-grabbing serial molester.
じゃあ触らないんですか？
Maybe next time, when we're alone. What?
もう、じゃないわよ、牛じゃあるまいし。いいから、資料を置いたらさっさと自分の仕事に戻る。
Spoilers, spoilers, man. I hate spoilers. Don't spoil stuff. That's it.
はい。
Well, see you next time, Kiara.
いっつもそうやってまた今度って。次は絶対ですよ。
Oh, so basically because Yuuji's a natural womanizer, Kiara's just like, hey, well, when's my turn, huh? You got all these girls, when's mine?
キアラ
はい、すみません。先輩、後で少しお時間よろしいですか？
何？
ここだけの話ですけど、一家から気になる情報のリークがありましたので、少しご相談を。
わかったわ。
I'm just leaving anyway. You can discuss it here.
でも。
Goodbye, Major Harudera. I'll be on my way for now.
ご苦労様。
A leak from First Division probably means Akasaka's up to something fishy. It's better for field agents like me to not to hear too much about that sort of thing. Some jobs are easier to do when you don't know about the politics or behind-the-scenes maneuvering involved. In any case, pretty damn tired. Did stay up late working on those documents, but revisiting the less pleasant parts of my past was also more exhausting than I expected. Right now, just want to get back to the dorm, collapse into my bed and sleep. And that's not gonna happen, right? Because everyone's there and they're like...
みちる様、いらっしゃいますか?
Meanwhile, Michiru being sad.
みちる様、ここを開けてください。
おいみちる、俺だよ俺。今から言う口座に100万円振り込んでくれよ。
The fuck?
誰よ。
もういつまでおへそをひん曲げてるおつもりですか？いい加減に出てきてください。
What the hell was that? What does it mean?
私のことはもう放っておいてよ。
そうはいきません。この小峰幸、みちる様のことが心配で何をしでかすか分かったもんじゃありません。
Watch out, watch out. Sachi's answers are literally some sort of violence upon your door.
とりあえず扉から3メートル以上離れてください。できれば何か遮蔽物の影に隠れた方がいいかもしれません。
Please don't blow it up.
サチ、あんた何する気？
天の岩戸に例えるならば、古来より引きこもりは愉快なダンスでおびき出すというのが通説ですが、あいにくとそこで爆破です。
Okay, I unfortunately skipped a portion of that, but explosions.
踊りが苦手な私に代わり、みちる様にソウルフルなダンスナンバーをお届けして、心ゆくまで踊っていただこうかと。主に爆風で。
ちょっと待った！出る！今出る！すぐに出るから！
Excellent!
蕎麦屋の出前じゃあるまいし、今更そんな言葉にどんな信頼を受けと？さあ、ギグの始まりです。頭を空っぽにしてあげましょう。いろんな意味で。
待ちなさいって言ってんでしょが
You didn't even find Sachi's there holding the stuff? It's like,
わー。
what?
わーじゃないわよ。全然驚いてないじゃないのよ。なんで舌打ちした？なんでちょっと残念みたいな顔してんの？ねえ。
サチがっかりです。
Dang!
言っちゃったよ。がっかりって言っちゃったわよこの子。なんなのよ。
まあ、出てきちゃったものは仕方がありませんね。みちる様、もうすぐ晩ご飯のお時間ですので、呼びに参りました。
Hey, food.
そんだけ？それだけのためにドアを爆破しようとしたの？
はい、そうでもしないと、みちる様は出てきてくださらないと思いましたし、あまりのうざさに放置して、ますます意固地になられても死ぬほど面倒なので、さっさとやっつけてしまおうかと。
正直だな、もう。面倒とか言うな。
すみません。手段が多少強引であったことは自覚しておりますが、ツンデレ当番としての自負もありますれば、私以外でみちる様に対処できる者もいないのではとの自己判断です。
I mean, realistically, if, like, other capable people had taken care of it, Yuuji would probably just broken the lock. Like, I'm coming in! But, you know, I think it's because of Yuuji's past that she's like that.
どうですか、みちる様。あれから少しは落ち着かれましたか？
うん。ごめん、ソチ。もうだいぶ落ち着いた。なんか、一人で興奮してバカみたい。ほんと、ごめん。
It's a good thing that we didn't blow everything up.
私は全く気にしていませんから、そのお言葉はマキちゃんに。
Why Maki?
そっか。なんかついカッとなって殴っちゃったしね。謝らなきゃ。
そうですね。私は全然、全く、みじんも怒っていませんから、どうかお気遣いなくです、この野郎。
この野郎。I like how Sachi's like becoming like very weird.
ねえ、サチ。あんた本当はちょっと怒ってる？
ちょっと？
ああ、ごめんなさい。なんかもうちょっとってレベルじゃないのね。はい、ごめんなさい。なんか、取り乱してごめんなさい。
So what happened?
取
というわけで、幼女に対する暴行傷害の罪で、松島みちる容疑者の身柄を確保、連行してまいりました。
Whoa, the formal charges coming in.
連行ってどういうこと？私をはめたのね、サチ。
You have been betrayed.
チルチル。マッキナ。
みちる様、素直に。
うるさいわね。わかってるわよ。
素直に honestly.
マッキナ、さっきはごめん。いいのよ、全然気にしてないのよ。でも一個だけ約束して。約束？なんかあれなのよ。もう死ぬとかそういうのやめて。いや、別に私だって自殺しようとか思ってたわけじゃないし。
Oh, there you go.
マキちゃんはみちる様が大声で興奮していらっしゃったので、いろいろと勘違いしてしまったんです。
That's the noise that Machina just made.
ご覧ください。マキちゃん泣いてます。
泣いてるの？これ。ジルジル死んじゃ
やだ。マキちゃんはみちる様が大好きなのです。みちる様が死んでしまうのが嫌で、こんなにもぶっ細工な顔で泣いてしまうのです。
I feel like they're messing with her.
いや、
Still.
だから私別に自殺とか。ジルジルが死んじゃったら、私明日から誰いじって遊んだらいいのよさ。
Well, we all know that it's Sakaki next.
そんな理由？
泣いた勢いでちょっとした本音がポロリです。でも気にしてはいけません。
ジルジルジルなによっていうか、ジルジル言うな。ジルジル死んじゃ嫌なのよ。
Wait, what?
泣きゲロです。横隔膜の痙攣で軽く一口吐いて、今飲み込みました。牛でいうところの半数プレイです。
Sachi, what kind of narration are you giving us? Come on.
うわー、汚いわね。だから私は死なないから、ちょっと落ち着きなさいよね。ほんと勝手に死んじゃったりしない。約束する。
はい出ました。半泣き上目遣いの懇願です。ここはガッとマキちゃんを抱き寄せて、優しく耳元でささやきましょう。はい、がさあみちる様、本音をどうぞ。
バカねえマキナ、私は自殺なんかしないわよ。もうずぶとく生きるって決めたんだから。
Mm.
本当に約束するわ。心臓に毛が生えたみたいにちゃんとずぶとく生きる？うん、心臓に毛が生えたみたいにちゃんと生きる。
美しい友情ですね。 感動的な曲があれば泣いてしまえるシチュエーションです。
I'm not sure about that, Sachi, because your narration was kind of strange.
というわけで、僭越ながらこの小峰幸、ここで一曲。
Wait, what? Musical number?
もう遅いから帰っておいで、眠いのならキスをしておやすみ。
What?
サチはい、なんでしょう。
なんかさ、いろいろと盛り上げようとしてくれてるのはわかるんだけど、いろいろと台無しだから。
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's not really an appropriate song right now.
そうですか。やはり作詞作曲小峰幸のサメの歌の方がよろしかったでしょうか。
Oh, the song of sharks.
選曲の問題じゃないよね。気づいて、届け、私のこの思い。とにかく死んじゃダメなのよ。わかったの？だから死なないってば。そりゃね、チルチルバカだし、よく見るとブスだし、一生彼氏とかできないかもしれないけど。
What?
チルチル負けんな。とにかく負けんな。チルチルはやればできる子なのよ。やればできる子って言っても、やらせてくださいって言えばやらせてくれる子のことじゃないのよ。
This is a weird scene.
そこんとこ勘違いしちゃダメなのよ。一応褒めてるのよ。
I'd rather just skip to Yuuji coming home instead.
今一瞬でものすごくイラッとしたんだけど、気のせい。
そう、私は可愛いのでブスのことはよくわかりません。
Oh, what?
ああ、そう。なんかもうどうでもいいわ。
何にせよ、これで仲直りですね。
なんか全然納得できないし、全く釈然としないけれども、まあいろいろ心配させたみたいだし、悪かったわよ。
Pretty sure the girls would want a little more time though.
一応場の空気を壊しちゃったことは謝っておきたかったし。他の連中はどうしたの？
あまねえは晩ご飯を作ってるのよ。もうすぐできるってさっき言ってた。
由美子は？
榊さんはお部屋に戻られてパソコンでネット巡回をしているようです。
You know, gotta get that playtime, you know what I mean? It's cooking.
またエロサイト巡り？
Come on, I'm trying not to say it out loud, Makina, come on.
今日は会員制の情報サイトを見に行ってるみたいだよ。
Oh, she's, never mind. She's actually just doing some research. Okay.
今日はって言ったら、普段はエロサイトばっかり見てるみたいじゃないのよ。だいたいなんでサチは由美子のアクセス先を知ってるのよ。
なんでと申されましても、この寮の管理を任されているのは私ですし、当然のごとく寮のゲートウェイサーバーのシステム管理者も私ですが。
Wait, what? I did not know that.
びっくりするぐらい何でもやってるわね。あんたどこまで行く気よ。
Oh, so literally Sachi sits there and goes, I could see everyone's browsing history. Cool.
サッチンはもうあれな。どこの国に行ってもスパイで食っていけるな。
そんな、そこまでの自信はまだちょっとないけどね。
I don't know, what kind of spy would wear a maid outfit all the time though? She'd stand out, right?
まんざらでもない反応。はーいみんな、晩ご飯の用意できたわよ。食べにおいで。
うえーい、めしめし。あまねー、今日のご飯なーに？
へへへ。今日はね、大きめの野菜がゴロッゴロ入ってるクリームシチューだぞ。
Yay.
かぼちゃと鶏肉もたっぷり。ご飯にかけて食べても美味しいぞ。
I mean, I think everyone knew who bought the rifle for Machina, let's be honest, come on.
え、ちょっとシチューは汁物でしょ。おかずはないの？大丈夫。ちゃんとパンもあるし、サラダもあるよ。山盛りの昆布サラダも作ったから、いっぱいお食べ。
No?
まあ鶏肉の煮物だと思って食べればいいか。
それでは私は榊さんを呼びに行ってまいります。
Oh, time to stop her before she gets to the porn sites instead.
あれ？ユージは？まだ戻ってないの？電話してみる？まあ、あんまりうるさい女だと思われても嫌だし、先に食べて待ってよ。ユージか。
Yeah, he lives here still.
私、どんな顔してあいつに会えばいいんだろう。
It'd be funny, he just walks in right now.
そういうこと言わないの。いつも通りでいいのよ。いつも通りで。そうだね。お兄ちゃん、早く帰ってくるといいね。
Meanwhile. That took a bit longer than I expected. It's already 7 p.m. They're probably eating dinner back at the dorm. Couldn't hurt to let them know I'm on my way. We're sitting down near the priority seats on the train back. Take out my 2 cell phones, one private, one for work, and turn them on. Once I read their SIM cards, phones take me to their home screens. From there, give my voicemail email inbox a quick check. There's a new message. From JB, huh? Open my mailbox and check the email I just received. It's definitely from JB, but both the subject and the body of the email are completely blank. What's with this? Blank message is one thing. There isn't even a title. Some sort of network error, maybe? For some reason, I have a bad feeling about this. Uh-oh. Guess I'll check in over the phone. Just as I open the address book on my black business cell phone, something begins to ring. That's some strange timing. Is it GB? Hello?
9029だな。
Yeah, that's right. And who are you?
諜報一課の者だ。わかるな。
What does CIRF want with me?
仕事だ9029。17分後にそこへ迎えが行く。その場で待機。
Hold on, I'm 2nd Division. I can't take orders from anyone other than my commanding officer. Where's Major Harudera?
ハルデラ3佐は現在特別方面の作戦指揮に当たっている。現時刻より私が貴様の担当官だ。自己紹介はいるか？
What's going on? Something happened.
質問は後だ。任務についての説明は移動中の車内で行う。
Hold on a minute. I'm in the reserve now, aren't I? At least let me speak with Major Harudera first.
よく聞け9029。本作戦における指令は特区に該当する。貴様に拒否権はない。理解できたらおとなしく待機していろ。いいな。
Directive 9? Seriously? It's talking about Special Presidential Directive Number 9. This is a direct order from the current incarnation of Uncle Sam, and an ultra-critical mission that takes priority over everything else. Understood. 9029 now standing by.
いい子だ。おもちゃはこちらで用意する。そのまま待て。
Tell me your name at least.
アダムだ。
Adam. Well, that's certainly bland enough. With urgent missions like this, many case officers prefer to temporarily adopt simple names that are easy to remember. In that sense, an alias like Adam isn't anything out of the ordinary. Of course, I'm also acquainted with the shaggy-headed case officer by the name of Major Harudera Yuria, who favors the downright embarrassing codename Queen of Hearts. What exactly is going on with her anyway? Wonder if I can get through. I swear, if you're hinting at stuff, King, right now, like, 1, you don't have to. 2, stop. Wonder if I can get through. Private phone calls are forbidden during operations, and sometimes they even block you from the network entirely. Clinging to a final thread of hope, I call JB's number from my address book, but as expected, the call doesn't go through. Just for the hell of it, I use my private phone to call the digital line linked to their computer terminal. That's no good either. According to the robotic messages from the telephone company, either her phone's off or she's somewhere without adequate reception. At this point, I don't have much choice except to follow Adam's orders. For Precisely 17 minutes later, I'm standing in front of the station when a black vehicle pulls up to the curb. It's a minivan with the symbol of a leading automaker on the hood. Makes for a bit of a contrast with the off-white commercial vans Surge tends to remodel for their purposes. The guy behind the wheel doesn't look Japanese at a glance. When I'm practically pushed into the back seat, there's another foreign-looking man waiting for me there. Even by First Department standards, I imagine they are deeply connected to Akasaka. Are you Adam then?
ああ、そうだ。はじめましてと行きたいところだが、あまり時間がない。手早く準備を進めよう。
I was just confirming your name. Don't worry, I'm not particularly interested in you either.
よし。では9029号、状況を与える。本任務は特区に該当する狙撃任務である。使用火器と弾丸はこちらで用意した。確認しろ。
What the hell? The rifle case he passed me is bizarrely oversized. When I snap it open and take a look inside, I find an absurdly long barrel and a surprisingly compact rifle body and a bed of shock-absorbing foam. There are also 3 bullets sitting snugly in their own cutout section of foam. There are 12.7 x 99mm rounds. This is an anti-material weapon.
使い方はわかるな。
Sure, I guess. This thing doesn't have a magazine or a loading mechanism. You have to feed its bullets manually, one at a time. I understand that a simple, lightweight rifle like this provides advantages in power and stability. This would be the first time I ever actually held one. Sometimes people drive around aimlessly for 4 hours. And no, I didn't drive around aimlessly for 4 hours. I drove home. I was about 4 hours away. Mind if I play around with it a little?
好きにしろ。ただし、壊すなよ。
Can't say I'm too worried about that. This thing's not particularly complex, mechanically speaking. Trigger unit is a cassette model. Even if something goes wrong with it, then swap it out just by removing 2 takedown pins. I lifted the bolt handle and pulled it back, revealing a red plastic dummy cartridge. This has to be my first time handling a gun where the bolt handle connects directly to the rim of the bullet. Pushing the dummy cartridge back into the rifle's chamber, pull down the bolt handle, the cocking indicator changes to red. I'm going to pull the trigger. Warning Adam as a courtesy, I go on trigger. Its edges are a bit on the sharp side, but it shouldn't be a problem once I'm wearing gloves. Go ahead and give it an experimental squeeze. There's no mushiness. The rifle's simple design makes for a nice linear trigger pull. Instead of a striker falls, the back of the bolt handle drops down, a satisfying whack. Kind of a neat gimmick. Alright, not bad. So anyway, what exactly am I supposed to be shooting with this thing?
まずは資料に目を通せ。その上で質問があれば返答可能な範囲で口頭にて説明する。
On the afternoon of the 14th, a number of individuals illegally entered Japan at Yokohama Harbor. The Maritime Safety Police arrested a freighter captain and 3 crew members for violating the Immigration Control Act. In the resulting investigation, the police learned that a Hong Kong freighter had allowed at least 5 individuals to illegally disembark at Daikoku Pier on the night of the 13th. Suspecting that these individuals went on the run, the maritime authorities began coordinating with the Kanagawa Prefecture Police in an attempt to locate and apprehend them. Receiving these reports, 1st Division of the Central Intelligence and Research Department used their intelligence network and discovered that the group of fugitives was led by Ethan Glow, an internationally wanted terrorist. The situation was designed an urgent threat to national security. Shoot-to-kill order has been authorized by the Commander-in-Chief. Basically, a nasty terrorist slipped his way into Japan. It's our job to kill him?
話が早いな。そういうことだ。
What kind of terrorism was this Ethan Glow involved in?
答える義務はない。
You don't even have a photograph or anything? Possibly I'll target the wrong person in the field.
標的はこちらが確認してから貴様に指示を出す。問題ない。
Oh, well, the problem is it's gonna be Heath Oslo, right? You're going to send me out with a spotter then. Also, how many other sniping teams are going to be deployed?
観測には俺がつく。標的を確認する仕事が優先で、貴様の隣にいるわけにはいかないが、どうせ貴様はいつも一人だ。問題なかろう。それと、今回現場に配置される狙撃チームは、俺と貴様のワンペアだけだ。
Very interesting. Isn't that kind of weird? What other teams are we coordinating with?
同時に稼働している情報班はあるが、実動は我々のチームだけだ。我々は戦争を始めるわけじゃない。ことはできるだけ隠密に済ませたい。
Why all the secrecy anyway? Would it be inconvenient if someone found out about this assassination?
その質問に答える権利は私にはない。
Basically, yes. Very enlightening.
質問が異常なら現場に到着するまで目を休めておけ。目薬を使うか？
Yeah.
ではこれを使え。未開封の新品だ。安心していい。
Thanks. The eye drops Adam hands me are the same kind I always use. Probably made by a Japanese pharmaceutical company. Seems like their dossier on me must be pretty damn thorough. After applying the eye drops in my usual manner, I close my eyelids and begin moving my eyeballs in figure eights. In any case, I guess this is going to be the second time I've shot someone with an anti-material rifle. During the airport hijacking, my instructions were simply to neutralize the target. Today, it's an unambiguous kill order. I suppose I might be able to manage it, but the after effects aren't going to be pretty. To know my favorite brand of eye drops, these bastards have to be aware I can't kill people. They probably just don't care. They're probably planning to coax me into pulling the trigger through hypnosis. In my case, the effectiveness of that depends on the person doing the suggesting. Lieutenant J and I had eaten the same food and trudged through the same mud. Pulled the trigger for him because I genuinely wanted to protect him and my other comrades. Back then, Asuko was still alive. She was the only reason I recovered from my brainwashing. They hypnotized me into murdering someone now. What happens if I can't get back to normal? Will I end up killing one person after another as an escape from my fear? Same way I did when I was a kid? Guess I end up locked in some basement again, numb to the world around me, wrapped up so I can't thrash around. I'll rot down there until someone else comes to save me, until I starve to death. Wonder what everyone back at Mihama Academy is going to think if I suddenly disappear from their lives. Just told them I was going to work. If I don't come back tonight, will they worry about me a little? The idea makes me feel kind of guilty, and a little happy as well. Now that I think about it, I lost my home when Asuko died, but guess I found another at Mihama. I've got Sakaki, Amane, Michiru, Makina, Sachi. Guess it wouldn't hurt to include Chizuru, eh? Chizuru either. She's done a lot for me, I guess. God, I want to go home. Wonder what they had for dinner at the dorm tonight. These absurd thoughts running through my head, I slip into a half-conscious state, and before I know it, we have arrived at the site. Roused by a brusque wake-up from Adam, I swallow a twinge of irritation and get out of the minivan, lugging the oversized rifle case along with me. Wasn't provided with any detailed information on a current location. It was probably somewhere in the vicinity of the Yokohama Pier mentioned in that report. My assigned position is located in a 4th floor office within a building that once belonged to a bankrupt design management company. Inside it's a jumble of warehouses and cranes.
こちらアダム、9029ラジオチェックだ。聞こえるか?
Yeah, loud and clear.
準備はいいか? ターゲットを伝える.
Yeah, anytime.
貴様のポイントから見て真正面。12時の方向にひときわ巨大なキリンが見えるな。オレンジ色をしたガントリーだ。
I see a few of them. Which one?
手前から2番目のキリンの足元を見ろ。前足の付近だ。そこにターゲットが現れる。逮捕された貨物船の船長の話では、今日もまた別の船でテロリストが密航してくる。それと同時に大きな荷物が届くらしい。イーサン・グローはその荷物を受け取りに必ず現場にやってくる。いいか、確実に仕留めろ。失敗は許されない。
Should have deployed a larger force then. Why is it all on me?
できることなら私だってそうしたいさ。しかし、大部隊を動かせば必ず人目につく。貴様を指名したのは彼女の意志だ。
Oh, what's called the protege in the basement, right? Her.
貴様が知る必要はない。もうすぐ船が港に入る。射撃準備に入れ。
Fine, whatever. Just want to get this over with and go home. Hey, stop it. Don't play that song. I can't concentrate on the sniping.
なら曲に集中しろ。さっさと終わらせて帰りたいんだろう。
Damn it.
大体、帰るってどこへ帰るつもりだ、貴様。例の社会不適合者を集めた学校か。
Wait. Is Adam Heath also? How is that any of your business?
自分より不幸な奴がいると安心できるのか。それとも 惨めな連中を助けてやっているつもりか。施しは気持ちがいいよな。
It's not charity.
だったらなんだ、同情か。上から見下ろしてかわいそうか。
What's wrong with sympathy?
悪くはないさ。ただ、お前にその資格があるのか。それでお前は誰を助けたつもりなんだ。救世主にでもなったつもりか。
No, it's not like that.
誰かを救えば、お前の過去はなかったことになるのか。他人を出しに気分良くなっているのはお前一人だ。そんなことで許されると思うなよ。何人救おうと、お前の過去は消えない。死ぬまで消えない。死んでなお繰り返される。何度も生まれ変わる。お前は自分の不幸に他の女を巻き込んでいるだけだ。それに付き合わされる女のことも考えろよ。お前をいい人だと信じて純粋な眼差しを向ける女に、お前はどんな顔をしているんだ。一度鏡で確認してみろ。
Just stop it already. I get it, please.
お前にできることといえば、人を殺すことぐらいだ。違うか。
Shut up, Heath Oslo. It's fucking him, isn't it? No, you're not. That's all I'm good for.
だったら殺せ。言われた通りに殺せ。それがお前の生きている意味であり、生きている証だ。やれるな。
Doesn't matter. If I can, I have to do it, right?
その通り。いい子だ9029。お前ならやれる。確実にやれる。見えるか9029。標的が狙撃ポイントに近づいている。確認しろ。
Playing the freaking music box music.
公安作業員の制服を着ている連中の中に、一人だけスーツを着た男がいるのが見えるか。
Is Heath Oslo? Affirmative.
その男が今回の標的、イーサン・グローだ。
Wait. Who the hell is the guy on the phone? It's like a competitor, maybe? Or maybe it's the real Heath Oslo? I don't know. Ethan Glow.
そうだ。貴様が憎むべき国家の敵だ。殺せ。
Except if he does, it's gonna spark an international controversy, right? Because, like, literally they said that this is a guy... Well, Yuuji doesn't know this, but they were speaking of him at the beginning, where there's, like, this is a guy that, like, they can't just kill. You're wrong.
なんだと？声が遠いぞ。もっと大きな声を出せ。
You're wrong. That man isn't Ethan Glow. This is wrong. Wrong, wrong.
おい、9029、どうした？
It can't be. No, 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 no. The man isn't Ethan Glow. He's... Kazami Yuuji. I have returned. Kazami Yuuji.
9029、どうした？早く撃て！撃て！
My hand. My right hand. Can't pull the trigger.
9029、しっかりしろ！ 9029！
Why? For all this time, why did he come back now? I'm not gonna scream more, guys. What? 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 Really? This is where? Stop it. Oh my goodness. Like, holy crap. Really? Like, like, I figured that was what was gonna happen. But can we talk about the fact that Heath also saw the thing? Saw the freaking the Yuuji? So clearly this was set up, this must have been set up by somebody, like 100%. Like it's definitely not a coincidence, obviously. But yeah, this was definitely a setup in many ways. Like, wait, that's really where it ends? Like, are you kidding me? Like, what the hell? What kind of ending is that? Yo, what the heck? Oh my god! Really? They end with Yuuji going, wait, Heath also is back, and like that's it? And they don't even like they didn't even address the fact that like this Adam guy is like piece of shit. Like clearly somebody set this up somewhere, and JB was trying to get something over to Yuuji, but obviously she didn't. She wasn't able to get it. Also, we get to see scenes from all the different routes in the Fruit of Grisaia as well right now. Cool. So, oh, what the heck? No way, man. No way. Like, oh my goodness. Like, I can't believe that. I can't believe. Like, I can't believe that's where they put the scene. And okay, so like clearly the game is obviously saying that you should have watched the fruit. I'm assuming that's Katsuki? Yes, that's Katsuki. So I guess it's time. Oh my god. That's definitely a very strange place to put it. Oh, there's a dog again. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I like what kind of cheese cock block is that too? The fact that you leave off on a freaking cliffhanger like that and then they go, hey, have the credits. Like what? Oh my god. Like, oh my goodness. What a tease. What the fuck? Oh my goodness. Hey, there's Billy. So, alright, let's think to ourselves, alright. Let's try to like piece together something. One, we know Danny has passed away due to the other events of the other after routes. We know that. Who could it be? So there's probably like an information leak or something. I'm assuming Heath also is like the main enemy. Okay, this Adam guy is like going crazy now. That definitely sounded like a combination of a man and a female voice.
すみません。作戦は失敗しました。イーサン・グローはまだパッケージの受け取りを済ませていません。待機部隊を突入させますか?
Wait, what? Oh, hasn't received his package yet, so send him to standby unit.
そうね。やめておきましょう。今介入すれば、相手にこちらの正体をつかまれかねません。速やかに撤収してください。
I don't know. Is this,
9029号はどうしますか?
牙を抜かれた狼は飢えて死ぬだけよ。そのまま放置しても構わないのだけれど、生かしておくには彼、少し知りすぎているかしらね。
The way, so, I'm assuming there's some hint as to who this is right now, based off the way the voice is talking.
では、処分ということでよろしいですか?
お待ちなさい。殺すにしても、
死体は有効に使うべきよ。身柄を拘束して回収してきてください。鎮静剤を使って構いません。
Not gonna lie, the type of speech sounds very familiar.
了解しました。
But as a person who doesn't speak Japanese, it's a little bit harder. I mean, I understand the language enough, but it definitely seems like it has inflections of a few characters I recognize.
残念だわ。本当に残念だけれど、彼には今度こそ舞台を降りてもらいましょう。
It's a pity, a real pity.
ほーら見てごらんキッズたち、こんなに硬いヤシの実がボロボロだ。ワニガメの噛む力は約300キロ。動物の中では2番目に噛む力が強いと言われてるんだ。すごいだろう。
That's pretty amazing, Professor Dave.
おー、ワニガメすげえ。こいつ絶対噛むよ。つうか300キロって普通にヤバくね。
よーし、ワニガメの凄さが分かったところで早速噛まれてみよう。
Uh-oh.
やめとけよデイブ。これちょっとシャレになんねえと思うのよ。
So he laughs off each one.
あーうちこいつはやばい。まるで機械に挟まれているような痛さだ。ジーザス。
うわ、噛まれた。デイブ噛まれた。どうすんだデイブ。
こいつは痛い。痛すぎる。だけどキッズたち、ここで慌てて指を引き抜いてはいけないんだ。
Some odd things.
無理に引っ張ればますます歯が食い込んで、下手をすれば指を食べられちゃうぞ。
Yeah, Halo 2? Well, we're still going, so...
こんな時はそう、テレビの前のキッズたちはもうどうすればいいか知ってるよね。
逆に突っ込む。
そう、その通り。逆に指を押し込んでしまうのさ。君たちのパパも朝歯を磨いている時におえってなるよね。それと同じ原理なんだ。
Oh, yeah, you're triggering the gag reflex.
まずは手近にある木の棒なんかをワニガメの口の隙間に突っ込んで、これ以上口が閉まらないように固定する。次にこんな感じで指をひねるようにしてワニガメの喉に向かってグッと押し込む。すると今だ。口に突っ込んだ木の枝を使って口を開かせたら、ほーら見てごらんキッズたち、指が抜けただろう。これで完璧。
I like the turtle made a sound.
デイブやっぱすげえよ。こいつマジすげえよ。これだからデイブはやめられないのよさ。いや、マキナ、分かってるとは思うけど一応言っとくよ。デイブは動物のプロだからこういう実験をするけど、あんたは真似しちゃダメよ。その辺はちゃんと分かってるのよ。っていうか、こんな真似デイブにしかできないからすげえのよさ。いくらギャラもらっても私には絶対無理じゃん。マジリスペクトなのよ。
I mean, you know, TV, man.
マキちゃんはとにかく強くて頑丈な男の人が好きだよね。まあな、やっぱ男はなかなかくたばらないやつがいっちゃんいいのよさ。
So,
鉄砲で撃たれても死なないぐらい頑丈な男がいい。その点デイブはいい線いってると思うのよ。
you should also talk about Yuuji, right?
まあ、その気持ちはわかるけどね。いいお湯だった。お風呂上がったわよ。次は誰？次は榊さんですね。お部屋まで呼びに行ってまいりましょうか。ああ、由美子か。あの子まだ部屋に引きこもってネットやってるの？
Oh, Yumiko's looking up some stuff, isn't she?
いいんじゃない？放っておいて。サチ、あんた先に入っちゃいなさいよ。っていうかさ、せっかくの大浴場なのになんでみんなバラバラに入るかな。みんなで一緒に入ればいいのに。
I was like, come on, guys.
私、マキナと入るのやだもん。この子お風呂で泳ぐし、全然落ち着かないじゃない。
Oh, something. It sounds like they did that a few times, huh?
榊さんも人とお風呂に入るのは嫌だっておっしゃいますし、私は最後にいただいて、ついでにお掃除もしますし。
That also makes sense for Sachi.
どうせ24時間いつでも入れるお風呂なんだし、いいんじゃない？バラバラで。というわけで、サチ、なんか冷たい飲み物持ってきて。酸っぱくないやつ。
Yes. Michiru doesn't like sour stuff. Who drinks that like 100% vitamin C drink, right?
はい、ただいま。少々お待ちください。
ねえ、みちる。あんたね、そうやって何でもさっちゃんにやらせないの？
いいのよ。サチはああやって誰かのために働いてる方が余計なこと考えないんだから。
まあ、そりゃそうなんだけれど。
Oh, okay.
つうかさ、なんでみんなここに集まってるわけ？
そりゃあれよ。私はデイブを見るためにここにいるのよ。
And you can never leave Michiru, Makino alone.
あんたそれ録画でしょ？そんなのいつでも見られるし、リンクなんとかで部屋でも見られるじゃない。
Well, Michiru doesn't know technology as well as some other people.
まあ、そうなんだけれども。
何よ。な、って。
Waiting for Yuuji!
ユージが帰ってくるのを待ってるんだよ。
It's late night, man. He's not back yet. I wonder what happened, right?
だってあいつ仕事でしょ？そんなのいつ帰ってくるかわかんないんだし、部屋で待ってりゃいいじゃない。
Says a girl who also came to wait for Yuuji.
わかんないかな。ほら、昼間ユージのことで色々あったし、正直、ユージとどんな顔をして会ったらいいのかわかんないんだよ。こんな状態のままで部屋にいたら、なんかそのままユージを避けちゃいそうだし。
Aww, so she didn't want to get the awkwardness out of the way.
あえてここで待ち構えて、おかえりって言った方が精神的に楽かなってね。
まあ、わかんなくもないけど。
Michiru's like, I'm here for that too, you know.
そういうチルチルだって、いつもよりお風呂入る時間遅かったのよさ。お風呂入ってる時にお兄ちゃん帰ってきちゃって、タイミング外したら顔合わせにくいって思ってたから遅くなったんじゃないの？
そんなわけないでしょ。何言ってんのよもう。
I mean, it looks pretty dark outside from the CG, right?
それじゃあまるで私がユージのことすっごい意識してたみたいじゃないのよ。バックじゃないの？
I mean, that's probably true for Michiru.
どうかされましたか、みちる様。お顔が真っ赤ですよ。
なんでもないわよ。お風呂入ったからよ。気のせいよ。
What?
どれなんですか？ま、とりあえず冷たいお飲み物でもグイッと。
ちょっと、またすっとぼけて酸っぱいもの持ってきたんじゃないでしょうね。いい加減ネタに走るのはやめてよね。
はい、大丈夫です。今日はちゃんと甘い飲み物をご用意しました。ささ、グイッと。
本当に大丈夫なんでしょうね。
甘いですね。
確かにっていうか甘い。うわありこれ甘すぎてなんか顎が痛い。
What'd she put in there?
はい、ガムシロップの原液ですが。
What? Oh my god, that is super.
うわー、なにこれ痛ー。うわ、痛ー。この後ろ痛ー。
ちなみに、あたかも氷のごとくゴロッと浮いているのは氷砂糖の結晶です。すでに糖分が飽和状態なので全然溶けません。面白いですね。
That's literally like so much sugar.
全然面白くないわよ。
なんか、いつも通りの展開でちょっとホッとしている私がいるわ。
やっぱチルチルはあれな。美浜の潤滑剤なのな。
The grease, huh?
なんでだろう。全然嬉しくない。
何の音？
ポルターガイストでしょうか。うちの寮にそんなの出たっけ？榊さんじゃないの？
Why would Sakaki maybe get a loud noise, right?
まさか由美子があんなに必死に走るわけないじゃない。だいたい私由美子が走ってるところなんて見たこともないわよ。
What's she doing?
こっちに近づいてくるのよ。なんか怖いのよさ。
It is Yumiko, isn't it? Oh, shoot!
ほら、やっぱり榊さんじゃない。どうしたの？そんなに慌てて。テレビ見てなかったの？
私がずっとデイブ見てたし、テレビがどうかしたの？
とにかく見て。
Uh-oh.
何チャンネル？
Any, right?
どのチャンネルでもいいわよ。どうせどこも同じだから。何なの？
マキちゃん、とりあえず地上波に切り替えて。
Uh-oh.
わかった。ほいっと。
Alright, so this is probably be the hook into the Eden,
ただ
right?
いまの時間は番組の予定を変更して報道特別番組をお送りしております。
あれ、何？なんか事件でも起きたの？静かに。とにかく見て。
繰り返します。本日午後9時45分頃、在カザフスタン共和国総領事館にて銃撃戦があり、職員および警備の人間に死傷者が出た模様です。
Consulate General of the Republic of Kazakhstan.
現在、ボイスオブニュースの取材班が現地に取材へ行っております。
なんか大変なことになってるみたいね。でもこれが何だっていうのよ。
We're about to find out that Yuuji's involved in this, huh?
いいから静かに。何よ、説明ぐらいしてくれたって。
どうやら中継との回線がつながったようです。現地取材班の酒井さんに詳しい状況を聞いてみましょう。酒井さん。
はい、こちら現地の酒井です。
そちらの状況はどうなっていますか？
Very cut and dry news broadcasting too.
現場はまだ騒然とした空気に包まれております。激しい銃撃戦を物語るかのように、現場にはまだ火薬のような匂いが立ち込めております。
そちらの方では何か新しい情報はございますでしょうか？
現地で発表された情報に今のところは大きな変化はありませんが、領事館を襲撃したテロリストのメンバーとおぼしき人物の名前が公表されました。今回領事館を襲撃したテロ組織はヒース・オスロをリーダーとする集団であり、
There he is.
襲撃に参加したメンバーの中に風見裕二という名の日本人が含まれている可能性が高いとの発表です。
ありがとうございました。また何か情報が入りましたらよろしくお願いいたします。以上、現場の酒井記者からの中継でした。
Wait. So Yuuji must be being framed, but how?
なお、本日はスタジオに軍事評論家の石坂直純さんと経済アナリストの弘前元信さんをお迎えして詳しい解説を伺いたいと思います。さて、今回の襲撃事件ですが、
Yup. Everyone's gonna be like, what?
どう？少しは事の重大さが理解できた？ちょっと待って。どういうこと？
It means that a ghost from Yuuji's past literally came and dragged him back into something.
今テレビで風見裕二って言ってなかった？
嘘。お兄ちゃん、ついにやっちまったの？
またまた、これは何かの冗談では？この小峰幸、こんな安いドッキリには引っかかりませんよ。
Sachi's in denial, guys.
私もこれが冗談であってほしいと心の底から思ったわ。だからいろいろと調べてみたのだけれど、どうやら今回のテログループの中に風見くんの名前があるのは間違いないみたいなのよね。
So this is Is this Akasaka's way of getting rid of Yuuji now permanently? That's probably what's happening.
マジで?
And JB couldn't interfere. JB tried to warn Yuuji but couldn't.
だってお兄ちゃんなのよ。だってあれ本当に?
Did they not pick up Heath Also's name from reading through his past?
風見さん、まさかのテロリストだったんですか?
He's being scapegoated or something is happening.
バラバラに驚かれると鬱陶しいから、できれば全員一斉に声を上げてもらえると助かるわ。いい？3、はい。
Yeah, well.
こんにちは、タナトスです。
在校生の皆さんにお知らせです。かねてよりお知らせしていた通り、本日24時をもちまして、本校美浜学園は廃校となります。私はお兄ちゃんが待ってるだけの女になる私が負けないだとおっしゃってくださいました。一人でも行くのよ。鍵をかけ、私を必要とします。言われても知らないけど、お腹かけ、全部教えたら風が当たらないの。
皆さん、誰ともお忘れではありませんか？まだはいつだってそう。タナトスがしくにメイクのコミュニケーションができるか。私はお金で乗っちゃうのをコントロールであなたに助かるわ。
これが戦争だ。世界はいつだって君を裏切り続けてきた。
言ってなかったかしら。
それでも君は
私、
まだ信じる
調べの学園にようこそ。当学園学園長の立花千鶴です。
だから何度も言ったでしょ。
Oh my god.
私を信じなさい。
So freaking okay. So fucking so the brain of the operations of everything is called Thanatos, and her name is it's freaking Kazuki. It has to be. That's what it is. That's all it is. And there's a giant setup involved at some point. Oh my goodness! Ah, I want to play the game so badly now. Ah, I can't go into it right away. I have so much. I have. No, don't. You can't do this to me, game. You can't do this to me, game. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Oh my god, that's a lot of food for thought. That's too much. Too much. But next week we'll probably do the side stories for the Labyrinth of Grisaia, which is I don't know how long they are. I think it's like the Afterglow and like something else, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, with that said, this has been animefanrk2k. This has been the Labyrinth of Grisaia, dropping a freaking cliffhanger as your ending, with a sneak preview that made you want to play even more. What the hell? And we're not even going into the Eden right away. We have some side story stuff to do first, and then after that, we'll decide where we're going from there. But for now, I'll see you guys next sweet Monday for more Monday Night Livestreams. I'll see you guys on Twitch starting tomorrow. Peace, and have a good night, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I did. Holy crap, there's going to be a lot to look at.